see if it works. Control panel. Don't know if it's working or not. Oh, it's just being slow. There we go. Okay. So, as usual, the scene starts off, the game starts with a TV somewhere in the wasteland clicking to life, and on the screen slowly pops into place an advertisement. Experience a new level of mental clarity and creativity with MedTech Laboratories Mentats. Your powerful nootropics tablets are the perfect way to enhance your mental performance and stay ahead of the competition. Whether you're a student, artist, or just looking for the mental edge, Mentats will help you tap into your full potential. Our innovative formula boosts memory, increases focus, and even improves problem-solving abilities. But don't take our word for it. Try Mentats today and see the difference for yourself. Just one tablet and you'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish. Mentats, the smart choice for a smarter you. And as always, the screen eventually clicks off. Camera fades out and fades back in to you guys standing at a door. Game unpauses.
Is the door unlocked?
Yes.
Okay, I opened the door.
Okay, click on it.
Oh, okay, that's right. And I can click on things.
Yes.
I didn't bother with this when I was making maps.
These are old maps now, but they were very important because you were supposed to have flashlights and you can't see underground. So this map was also used for the alternate timeline to teach them to use flashlights because they just threw them away. Not every map is brightly lit.
Lanterns, I guess I should wait for others. Right.
Does our floaty guy have a flashlight built in?
I think
No,
gave
but
him
I was given a lantern, I think.
He's carrying one. How did you rotate your token again?
Shift and then scroll wheel. Okay, so which direction should we go?
I'm following you. You got the lamp.
So what we're
Look, I haven't
Mr.
been.
Handyman and I have been split, which I guess it doesn't hurt to have Mr. Handyman looking one way and I look the other.
We're right. You're just right behind. You're right in front of me.
Yeah, the hallway is actually supposed to be 2 people thick, but the map makers made it to where it's 1.5, and so it doesn't quite line up right. But
take the back.
About the time you get where you are, Pondo, I need you to give me a survival check.
Excellent. I'm guessing perception.
If that's what you... that's probably the best one.
I would love to take endurance, but if you want me to do perception, I will do it in perception-wise.
Well, it's definitely perception. Okay.
Those are...
Nothing happens.
That's fine. All right. I'll believe you. Can I keep going?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
It's not a medieval dungeon. It's just an old building. You're going down the hallway of an old government building.
Creep forward, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Give me another one.
Okay. What are we playing? Alien now?
No, just giving you a second chance. You hear scuttling, like claw, like just the noise of a bear smacking of flesh and claw coming from ahead. Just that.
Okay. I appear to start more hesitantly moving forward versus the more confident. Is this a room to the right of us?
That's marked on the door itself, exit. So, for free, I'll give you, you're pretty sure that's the long way down here.
I would say it's probably the stairs that we could have took before. Because I think we saw the stairs prior. We just decided to take the elevator because I went in the elevator. Ooh,
oh, hey. He's like, and no.
I opened the door and then I closed the door.
Okay.
Like, hey, there's some stuff on the other side.
Roll me sneak.
Okay. I am.
Whether you panicked or not depends on how the roll goes. If that was a panic slam, you're going to do terrible.
It's fine.
But then they get a chance to roll against. Let's see.
Not exactly sneaky, is he?
He
That's
doesn't.
not exactly sneaky.
He doesn't exactly.
It
have
wasn't playing to be
skills
sneaky
either.
either. It was just a.
Oh, I was like, hey, why aren't you re-rolling? And I looked at your target number, and that's why.
Yeah,
Okay. Because it's not happening.
Okay.
I also wasn't planning on sneaking. It was mostly just a close the door real quick. It's like, hey, there's stuff on the other side. Get ready. And then I open it.
Well,
So let me
Well,
do
let's see what their
this.
roll is first.
Yep.
It'll determine how our conversation goes in response to you
Let's
opening and
see.
closing the door.
His mind is that number, but he has not got the skill in this, so it's pretty much just a straight up mind roll for him.
It's the glowing one. Okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah, that's not good for you. You shouldn't have seen that part. It's supposed to hide that part of his name. Oh well. Oh well.
I mean, I'd find out one way or another.
You saw. Well, I'll say this. Where
I'm
are you
sure
standing?
I saw a glowing man on the corner of the room. Probably,
You did.
if that was-
You're in direct angle to where you'd see it. Looks like anyway. Let me double check.
I guess, can I open the door so that way?
Yeah, if you open the door, he's like right across from. Well,
Oh yeah,
That-
I'm sure
that
that would be
glowing
very
thing.
obvious.
the glowing thing across the room. You can close the door back because you did close the door.
Yeah.
But in that brief glance, you saw a glowing one and several regular ghouls in the room. The glowing one does know you're there, though, and so it is shuffling its way towards the door. You hear the unwelcoming flap and smack of,
Excellent.
goopy feet.
Which way does the door open?
It does not open in a direction. It's just a big sliding door set in
It's
concrete.
a sliding door. Of course it is.
It's supposed to have sound, but sometimes that doesn't work.
Well, I was just meaning, is it a sliding door or is it a door that swings open a particular direction?
Oh, yeah. So a lot of my doors reset when they rebuilt the maps, when they did a big update. So it should be sliding modern. There we go.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn over. It's like, hey, there's some growlers on the other side, and there's a glowing one. So there's that.
Oh.
Oh, what's that mean?
I recommend you back up before we.
What do we call it?
Some of my mindless cousins. Those ones will try to eat you.
I'm trying to think of the
Necrotic.
term that we used before.
Necrotic. Post-necrotic.
Like necrotic post-human?
Yeah, necrotic posthumans?
Yeah. Yep, except they're not like our friendly friend here. They are
Yeah,
not friendly friends.
they're not going to talk to you. They're just going to try to eat you. Well, is there a label over the door?
Yes, control room.
We need to
Yeah. I want to check and see if this door works. Like, can I open it?
That was
Which
gonna be
door?
my suggestion.
This
That we
door
all
here?
bow out into that door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that door opens. It just slides open like the other one. Again, the sounds have been disabled for some reason.
I'll slide open the door and say, maybe if you hide on the other side of this door, I can go take a look in the room.
He's shuffling his way here. He knows I opened the door.
Yeah. Just if you hide on the other side of this, if you hide over here, maybe.
Okay, I'll just hang out on the other side of the door, and then if you need
We're
help,
hiding in
I'll
here?
come help.
Yeah.
That sounds like the plan.
How do I
Does
turn
anybody
around?
need to see where the plan is? I need to remember to shift turn. There you go. In there.
How do you turn?
Shift and
the
mouse
scroll
wheel. Oh, come on, game.
There we go.
You probably should get in there too, my metallic friend.
Odd time not to have a cap mine bomb. Cap mine.
Well, they try to get through the door, I'll help. If they don't figure on that door, I'll give a knock when they're gone, or busy, or back in the room, or whatever.
Sounds good.
Clunk. Yeah. I guess I'll go on this side so I'm not standing part in a wall to go to the edge of the hallway.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna holster my pistol and I'm gonna be a non-threatening fellow ghoul.
All right.
Wait for him to open the door.
Yeah, whenever you open the door, hey, they're not. You just hear the slapping sounds of them walking around behind it. They don't.
I mean, I guess I could just open the door.
So you see
Like,
4 or 5 or so ghouls running around, just kind of wandering back and forth, just milling about. And you see, as you get this point here where you're at, over here, in front of the control panel, is a handy robot that has been damaged severely by the ghouls in the room.
does it look like it's powered off?
Yeah, it's not floating. It's just on the ground, kind of just damaged.
Okay. Well, I don't have a lamp, but thankfully there's a light source over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
it's supposed to be red, but I didn't like the way the red looked because it was hard to see things. So it is technically emergency lighting.
Okay. I'm gonna.
But red is
Walk
apparently
up.
very painful in this system for your eyes.
I'll walk along this edge so that I can at least walk in the light. Is this a box of some kind, or is this like floor texture?
It's some sort of box. It doesn't have like any way to open it that's easy. You'd have to basically break the lid off, but it is just a crate.
Yeah, I don't feel like making that much noise.
So
I'll just sort of
flap,
work my
flap,
way through.
flap, flap, flap,
Does this look
flap.
like the edge of another box?
No, that is just concrete. It looks like somebody was being clever and making these little stairways that do nothing, and at the top of it's like a transformer box that's just built into the
Okay.
wall.
I'll step down.
You
here.
instantly get the remembrance that pre-war America liked to make things fancy for no apparent reason.
This was this was somebody making sure they had a job.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Gotta look
And I'll,
grandiose.
I guess I'll walk on up to the robot. I don't want to fix it. I want to just sort of assess the damage to figure out if I can fix it. Because I
Well,
don't want to turn it on and have it make a bunch of noise and piss off the ghouls.
Yeah, that's understandable. It is repairable because mostly what's happened is one of the things you see a literal fingernail stuck inside parts of it. So whatever broke it finally just knocked some wiring loose. So at a pretty good repair roll, you could possibly wire it back up temporarily. It would be permanent. It'd fall back off eventually. But that looks like the real damage physically on the outside wasn't what knocked it out, but just something got snagged on the inside.
Okay. Is this some sort of status panel for the facility?
But it's dark currently.
I look for
Oh,
one
wait.
button.
Wait, let me rewind. It is not dark. It has... the screen is technically on, but it's flashing standby mode. Please purge, and then it doesn't finish that sentence. It's like that sentence is written off. And every few seconds, it restarts like typing that out. And give me a science check.
Do we have that AP?
Do you have a science check? Because you're the one there. They're not there.
He's asking if we have the party
Right,
at the
the
end. I
party
think we
AP
showed
in the
from our
bottom
last
corner.
session, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Since our scene hasn't changed.
Yeah, that's... Yeah,
I'll give myself an extra die because I think this matters.
Okay. Nice.
Hey, it worked.
It did. Basically, from past experience with these old machines that sometimes they stick, which doesn't make much sense in reality, but you do know it happens. So you just give it this light little, just not even a hit, just that nudge at the edge of the screen, and it flickers for a second, and then you hear click, and then it finishes the sentence finally, which says, "Purge the pump room," and then it shows like a picture, like a wire diagram of the place, which shows you have the path you came in to the left. There's a room. There's the hallway continues to the right. There was a hallway going north from a door, and then a supply room to the south. A overflow room straight ahead from where you currently are, like this direction. All based on this cardinal direction down here at this three-way stop or four-way intersection. North was another hallway towards what's labeled pump room, far, far, far up in the northeast corner. Straight ahead was listed as overflow room. South was, it's listed as supply. And then there's master control off to the northwest on that top, and then of the north passageway. So there's like the north passage goes up, and it's not a perfect picture because it's getting cut off by the size of the screen, but it shows that there's two rooms at the end of that hallway in two different, east and west. But it's telling you that you need to purge the pump room, which it says is to the northwest.
The pump room, and then you said over here was a room labeled Purge?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's saying purge the pump room, and that's the one that's up the north corridor and west.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna leave this Andy here.
Okay.
No need to pick a fight with anything going on in here right now.
All right.
I'm gonna
Plap, 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 plap.
continue to climb up this ledge and
Plap, plap. They just mill around.
so this bro right here, is he blocking the door?
He's in the door. You can get around him because the wall. This is supposed to be a 2-wide corridor, so you should be able to pull your token through. But you literally have to like slide against them, and they just kind of look at you like you're like they just look at you, and they start following you. Plap, plap, plap.
I start following me.
There's some climbing over the thing. Flop as it hits the ground.
Like where I'm at right now, if I close the door, do I have one with me, or am I going to hit one with the door?
That will be a check.
That should be fine.
Michael's trying to eyeball this and figure out how likely, what kind of roll does this look like?
Well, let me remember what the skills are because it's been a while since I played too. You can do it if you do it with athletics. You can attempt to basically push them back accidentally, quotation marks, like you've just knocked into them and it pushed them back. Or you can try it with sneak, in which you wait until they're not in the doorway, like because they're staggering as they move, and maybe get the door to close before they get into the threshold where they are blocking the door. But
Okay.
the two regulars are very intent on following you, so they seem to think that you're part of their pack. That's the best guess you got, because they are not really emotive, they're just following you. Plap, plap, plap.
I think I'm going to go for the sneak option and see if I can sort of just pad around with them and see if I can get them, or I'm walking around the doorway, try to get good timing, and then try to make it look like I'm not trying to do it.
Okay, sounds
Hopefully
good.
it doesn't come off as aggressive and just sort of like a whatever inconvenience to the mindless bros.
That's all right. If you want, is an option, you can give me an AP, and you'll get the effects of having spent one. But it does fuel me further down the line.
I'm that kind of player.
Causing problems for the rest of us later.
I mean,
Come on.
also me later.
All right. I'll take that bet.
Yep.
I go up by one. Did you die?
How many successes did I need?
You needed 2. Well, yeah, there's 2 of them, so yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, you go. And you just hear them on the other side going.
Okay.
As their heads hit it, and they're just kind of confused.
I'm gonna head on over to this door, and I'm just gonna lightly tap on the door I'm gonna do it in an intentional pattern so it doesn't come off. It's just like random tapping.
Okay, because you're definitely going to get punched if.
Yeah, it was definitely done in a this can't be a mindless pattern. And then he just he holds a finger up to his face, and then points this way.
I just gives a thumbs up, and I guess we'll lead the way. As both Internal and I go in the same spot.
Off we go.
Well, it is dark.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my lamp. I don't know where everybody else is. I can't see shit.
Hey, hold on a second. I'm gonna point the opposite way and keep like right behind,
I'll drag caught along.
as I am not keeping behind.
I think once we get to this junction, I'll be like, all right. So, in order to get this to work, we've got to purge the pumps. They're going to be through this door. Somewhere down the hall on the right, we're going to see a door for the pump room.
Acknowledged.
Also, if case we're interested or maybe we need some parts, there's supposed to be a supply room down here.
Alright, everybody pause for a second while I unclick these guys from combat mode, since you did sneakily get past them. Well done. You may have to go back, but that was still a really good
We'll
thing.
cross that bridge when we get there.
If I'm the only one who has to go in the room to just push a go button, like, I think we win, you know?
Yep.
I don't know what we're going to do. Oh, you know what Mike will also say? I found a handy in there, too. It's not running right now.
Should
That
we
is
fix it?
presumably the robot we were asked to look out for.
It can be fixed. It's going to be kind of tough. I don't think we need any replacement parts, but it's going to require a bit of wiring hijinks in order to try to get it to run for a bit. It'll be enough to get it out, but it's going to need some more repairs afterwards.
I think
Knowledge.
either way, if we want to get the handy out of there, we'll probably have to take care of the ghouls.
Well, there's a few of them in there.
Perhaps we can search this facility for tools or weapons to use against them.
If we had a Molotov, we'd be able to get a really good amount of them.
About this time, everyone give me survival checks.
Oh no.
All right. What
With
base?
perception?
Mm-hmm. It is based on hearing things. Caleb, Michael.
Boom!
Everybody with 1. Okay.
How do I make it do perception?
You have to change the attribute.
Just change the,
Oh, okay.
the
Just
amount.
change the number. Yeah.
Okay. So everybody with only 1, you hear a lot of noise from this room, this west door. You hear a lot of water sounds and very large clinking sounds, like something very pointy is walking on metal. Like just tink tinks, very loud versions of those. For those with more than 1, you hear that plap sound again from the south and the north. The sound that you heard in the previous room as they walked around. You guys didn't see them, but you heard them when he was walking around. Once he opened the door, it was pretty loud in the otherwise quiet hallway of the plap as they walked.
Oh,
Okay.
well, if we're looking for parts and supplies, that's down here. Sounds like it's occupied. We've got to go this way. Sounds like it's occupied.
Well, let's just start with the probably smallest room and then clear our way through.
Sorry, I
Well-
didn't click the door.
I mean, yeah, if we shoot a gun, there's gonna be more of them.
Don't shoot a gun.
You feel like you're good for that? You're good to handle that? We don't know how many
want
are in
to find
there.
out together. How about that?
Uh,
Because if we don't find out, who knows?
You will still find out. And you're up
Yep.
front. Congrats. So we'll just click this button real quick here.
oh, the word initiative.
Uh-huh. And everybody's
When you
already
stop.
in order. So let
Okay.
me unhide all of these guys.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Are they in that room?
That was a YOLO. Okay.
I think he's looking at the initiative counter.
I'm looking at the initiative tracker.
Well, Michael, it's your turn.
I'm standing off to the side. I can't see any of that. So I'm waiting for Cocky McCocky Pants to handle this. I don't think I have anything I want to do right now.
Okay.
I pull my gun out,
All right.
but I don't want to shoot it.
Can I not see? Is this room completely dark? Do I not see anything so far?
Not see it. You just hear them walking around in there.
Good.
But they
That's
heard
what I
you.
love.
And you hear them.
Yep, certainly.
Ranch Handy Buck. You are a fast robot.
First question: how loud are energy weapons?
In fiction, they sounded like... what's the equivalent? They sounded very rifle-like, but also kind of louder because it was a very zappy sound in most versions of it. So, yeah, it's loud. I guess that's the best way to say it, really. It is still loud. It's just not deafening. It's just, well, outside of 4 foot, 2 square tile wide hallways. It's going to be much louder to the
It's
human.
gonna echo pretty bad.
All right. Look here. Let's go with this. What are these doors like? Like, what are the made of and locking mechanisms?
Locking mechs, you can't see them because it's mostly just a sliding trap door. So most likely it's literally inside the wall itself.
Because I was going to try and use either lockpicking or signs to just try and lock the doors next to us.
Oh, which one? The one directly next to you or one behind you?
Right. I think.
Okay.
I think you mentioned me hearing what that's a.
Yeah.
'cause I got
When
one.
you go to even get close to it, you note that there is a light on the door, like where a hand thing should be, and it's just red. Like it's already locked. Like it's pretty easy to tell because it, unlike
then for
the other
top one,
doors,
can
it's
I
not
walk?
loose. Yeah, give me a.
Oh, there's sound.
It'd be electronic sound. So let's give science. Give me a science roll.
All right.
Give yourself an AP if you want, and it is now locked.
Nice.
You want to make your way out to the other side of the place to lock that door?
But
All
all the way
way
down
down.
there.
I think we can just go with it's a little far away enough that we're
You want to
now.
move 6 squares a turn till you get there while everybody else is fighting the
We can
bad
make that for
guys?
later.
All right.
But Buck will announce the doors nearby are locked. We are now not at threat of others interfering for the moment.
All right.
Excellent.
Okay, so this guy gets to move next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is he not actually glowing? He's not actually glowing.
I don't see him glowing.
Let me fix,
That or I'm just in a corner where I can't see him.
let me fix
I
that
don't think
for
I
you.
can
I
see him.
hate that for you guys. You guys should get the full experience. So let me fix that.
I'm fine without the full experience. I'll be honest.
It's like, yeah, if it's not working, you could just remove the glowing one,
It's like it's a faulty prop. We gotta cut it out from the film. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
Oh, yeah.
He's still not quite right. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Torch. There he goes. That's right.
That's pretty cool.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And
there's
it
fine.
screams. But that's all he does.
Does that do anything?
Not to you. It's just loud. It does echo down the hall, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it did something.
Wait, but we don't. Is this the door that's closed though?
Both the two doors next to you now are closed and locked.
Okay.
The one to the right was already locked when you got here. He locked the one above you. He's basically
Okay,
jimmied it a little bit so it's locked. It's not sturdy, but it is locked. It is now your turn, Grace. In the darkness, barely in your vision, this thing walked up and screamed at all of you. It looks like someone has taken a man, melted him partially, and then painted him bright fluorescent green. It's actually too bright.
Would any of us know significance to a glowing one screaming versus just making a bunch of noise alerting others?
The non-feral ghoul and you, well, anybody that's not new to the wasteland would know that ferals tend to make noise to attract each other, even though it doesn't seem to be something they have to do. They just always do. Like if you ran across even one completely alone, it will still always make a noise, like usually growl or scream, and then if it attacks you, they usually like dive bomb at you, try to knock you down, and then they make a lot more noise. Like everything they do when they see something they want to hurt seems to be about making noise to do so. Like they're trying to attract attention.
The quintessentially I'm asking is, might as well get to shooting if possible.
As
It's
far
most
as you
likely
can
it has
tell,
attracted attention.
it was loud enough to echo down the hall to the left. You don't know if they heard it or not, because you're not down there to hear it.
That's
But
true.
it was loud.
That's fair. Fair enough. All right, maybe
It
not
was-
go guns loud yet.
But it's currently Grace's turn.
I don't think there's anything for me to do at the moment though.
Okay.
I mean, we had a whole conversation about trying not to shoot guns.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So
But then it screamed.
And then he screamed. But
But I
that's-
guess in the same coin, it's also shouldn't assume that the others down the left hallway have heard.
I mean, you guys specifically just talked about not shooting guns, so I guess I'm gonna not shoot my gun.
Okay.
Sounds
Yes,
good.
it seems like Grace is pretty well conditioned to accept instructions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the things you can do,
I can't talk yet. It's not my
it's
turn.
even considered an action to not do anything. It's kind of funny. They literally call it pass. You choose not to do anything. So you can do that, or
I choose not.
You could ready your weapon, but you also stated you don't want to shoot. So we'll just count that as
Yeah.
your turn then, and we'll move on to the next guy.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
Not yet. Not yet. Not
Listen, this is my own doing.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
All I can do is rip the shirt up to show my chest hairs and hope it goes away.
Oops.
Oh,
And this guy comes running. He disappears for a second because I clicked the wrong button. What was his ability? Okay, so that's what that one does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what that one does. Yeah, that's that one does. I already
You
moved that
must
one.
be in. Oh, yep. You're in other areas. That's not great.
2, 4, 5. What are you doing tracking my cursor? What are you, a GM?
That's. I'm trying to figure out where you are.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and 5. Oh, no. So this one actually makes it to you. Okay. Let me see if there's anything special. I don't think they have anything special. Nope. He just attacks you. These guys are pack hunters.
Hey, complication.
So you got a complication. So he did hit you in the left leg. So he's going to roll that 1st.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not good. He does 6 damage, which
Okay,
is
well, I don't want
physical
that.
and radiation damage. So if you do not
And
have
radiation?
and radiation damage. Let me double check that.
Okay.
It has been a while since I made the characters, so let me double check that.
I thought, let's see, yeah, like radioactive attacks did 1 radioactive for each effect roll.
That's what I'm double checking. Because, like I said, some of these were made me copy and pasting, and I've not used I haven't thrown a feral ghoul at someone until today, for over 2 years, because it's how quick they got past them, and it was worthless to throw them at them. Feral ghouls, sentries. Just want to make sure I got them right here.
Oh, should be it. That's
3 radiation. Radioactive physical damage. Okay, so yeah, they do physical and radiation damage. So what's going to happen is, if you don't have any radiation sink on that limb, you automatically take 1 point of radiation damage.
Okay, just one, or am I
Just
taking
1 of the
6?
radiation damage. That's a different track on your sheet.
Okay, yeah.
So you should be up
So
to
I go from-
1 or
I'm at 2 because I took 1 from the rad roach because I
Okay.
was saving the rat away.
okay. And then you take the 6 damage to your left leg unless you have armor on it to reduce the physical damage. That would be that'd be the punch fist.
I have a left leg armor or leather, so.
Okay, so it looks like you got 1. So you take 5
Does
total
the armor
damage.
not stack?
Depends if you got it on right. Let me see what you got.
I might not have it on right because I have tough clothing, which gives me 1 resistance on each leg, or pretty much everything except the head. I do have a left leg armor.
Let me double check
It
your
seems to be
sheet.
1, or does it take the higher of the 2?
It's supposed to stack with tough clothing, so let me...
If you go to your apparel tab, you should have a T-shirt for all your armor and clothing. Is it lit up for your
Yeah,
armor?
it's
and your
equipped,
clothing? Okay.
so it just might not have carried it over. Maybe that
Hmm.
did it.
Let me look at it. Because tough clothing is supposed to be underneath, so it's definitely...
Yeah, so if it stacks, I take 4.
It's supposed to stack. You're supposed to be stacking, so let me look into that when we'll move on here. Because that's armor, resistance 2, physical, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It's supposed to stack because tough clothing can be underneath armor. So yeah, you should have 2 there. Because the other
So I'll
stuff's
take
kind of
4
stacking,
instead
but
of
that's not.
5.
Yep, so you take 4 physical damage.
Sweet.
And that's its turn. So Caleb is looking a little green around the gills, and he just
I'll
got
probably
smacked
fine.
pretty hard. 3, 4, 5. And now it's Jordan's turn.
Okay. Now you said these hallways are too wide, right?
Mm-hmm. You can walk down them 2 by 2. It's just the
So-
grids.
So
The
can I
grid the
move here?
map itself put on itself is wrong. Yes.
Right, but can I move here and melee attack?
Yes, you can.
All right. So, Jordan is going to withdraw. What animal did I say it was? Was it a beaver or maybe like a honey badger? Maybe the pipe wrench with the golf club cover, and go. Now, I've been around a long time, and I've got a lot of wisdom to share. But while I'm saying that, I'm going to start absolutely bludgeoning the horrible thing in front of me.
If you can't baffle them with brilliance, beat them with bullshits.
Yeah, no one's going to be able to hear anything in a second when dudes start opening with guns and more screaming. So, how do I do this? Do I hit unarmed?
If you're using the weapon,
melee
wrench,
weapons?
yeah, you just click the wrench name, whatever it's called.
Oh, I clicked the wrench name. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Then it'll pop up your thing, and if you want to spend an
Now,
AP,
is there a way? I forget. You can like buy higher amounts of dice, right?
yes, you can give me an AP to then take an extra die on your. You can get another D20, or you can spend a party AP to get another D20.
Yeah, we do have one. If you want to spend
What came
it.
about the complication, by the way?
You'll see that in a second.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What's our party AP currently at?
It's in the bottom
one.
right. We have
Oh,
one.
yeah, I probably don't want to spend that. And then luck does what in the system?
In this case, luck will let you re-roll a single d20 on the upcoming roll after you've rolled it. Or if you roll damage and don't do well, you can re-roll up to 3 empty boxes of damage. So like when you roll, it would be those face dice you see up above when the previous the ghouls roll. If those were faceless, you could re-roll like that. You could actually spend a point of luck and click those 3 empty boxes and re-roll those boxes. You get 3 for 1 luck point.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Wasn't a good idea.
It was actually.
Well, it should be just those first 3, since we shouldn't count the second.
Let's see.
So it'd be
Well, no, he just rolled one. He just got 1 better. He just went up by 1.
Yeah, I got 2 blanks again and then a face.
well. He should only be re-rolling though. Blank.
It
I only
oh,
re-rolled the
blanks.
3 blanks.
Everything else is
I
the
got
same.
it.
Yeah, it just happened to be in the exact same spot for 2 of them. Okay, so you do hit him, and you do land a very solid blow. And where did you hit? Did it say?
Torso?
Torso.
Torso.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if it says it anywhere, but that. Oh yeah, it does.
At
It's
the very
hit
top,
location,
your first
torso.
roll. So let me double check on damages, because because of his complication before, this particular guy was less good at standing on his feet because he rocked himself and didn't fall for some reason, but now he may fall. Let's see, damage types, damage and injuries, critical hits. That's the torso. Da-da-da-da. So he is taking a critical hit in his torso. Boop. And you hit and you crack like a rib or something from his decrepit body of just gugh. And it's now like oozing greenish blood, like really, really fast. So basically, out of game, he'll take 2 points of damage at the beginning of his next turn. All
And
right.
that's how we do it where I come from.
All right. So you move and you attacked.
Wait,
so-
hold on. Why do I have a point of health missing?
when you
Because
leveled
we
up, you got an
leveled
extra point of health.
Oh, does it not? So do I get that point of health?
You go ahead and take it because it doesn't automatically put it on your sheet because it only raises your max. It doesn't the automation of the sheet doesn't touch your HP, so that way you can manipulate it during the gameplay. Because the actual top end you can manipulate, but as soon as you level up, it moves it. So it's just It also it's the opposite. When you take radiation damage, it pulls that max down, which is really hurting Buck right now, or not Buck, Caleb right now. Okay,
fine.
next guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. He doesn't really know you from Adam, so 1d2. 1 is left, 2 is right. Caleb, they don't like you today.
As soon as you said D2, I knew it was going to be me. That's unfortunate.
That is very, very bad for you.
Where did he hit me? The right arm?
Right arm.
I am not.
Oh my god.
Not good for
The
you.
rolls.
Okay, so
So I
you're
take a
taking it.
radiation, I take 5.
Yeah, if you don't have any radiation resistance there, you take a point of radiation. And then you take
Okay,
5
and I-
damage to that arm.
Yep.
Which would be 3, I
Oh, is it
think?
only 5? Okay, so that'll put me at 3 radiation. Does that drop my health by 1 or just the maximum?
Your max health. Unless your max health is equal to your current health. That's the only time it would drag you down.
No. Okay, so I am down to 1.
So you're not doing so good.
No, this is fine. It's probably fine.
And then from the back of the room, you
Move
hear
back.
plop, plop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You see another one walk into the light of the other guy.
The glowing one hasn't even punched you. Ooh.
Oh, that's, yeah.
I don't have anything to help you with.
All right.
it's
And now, Caleb, it's finally your turn.
All right, quick question: is this closing the door an action?
Yes, technically, but it's a minor one.
Okay, how many? And I have 2 actions.
You have a minor and a major.
You have one minor,
or
one
2
major.
minors. Or no,
Is moving.
you
a minor
cannot take
action.
more than 2 minor actions and 2 major actions. So you could do one of both. Movement and interacting are both minor actions. So you could do both.
Okay, but I couldn't do a major action.
If you want to move and close the door, no. If you want to close the door and move, those are both minors. Majors, though, are things like attacking, first aid on yourself, stuff that takes a little bit more effort that you just can't do offhand. Like you can close a door with your behind your back, but if you're trying to pick a lock, you're not going to stand away from it talking to somebody in the middle of a James Bond scene.
All right, and attacking one of these things with melee is not going to give me another radiation, is it?
No, it's only when they hit you because they're
Okay.
oversaturated with radiation, and that has made their brains turn to goop. Comparatively, I like
I'm just
Pondo
going
keeps
to-
everybody keeps pickpocketing each other. It's funny.
It's when you double click it automatically pickpockets.
Yeah,
for some reason.
it's item piles. They put that in there, and then you can't turn off the ability to do it, despite the fact you can disable it. Like pickpocketing is not in, but it still gives you the option to try it. It's dumb.
I'm going to swing a punch at the other one, the other one
The fresh one,
that's currently not bleeding out.
the freshest goopy one. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
since the other one is bleeding out currently.
Rolling bone. All right. So you got 2 extra successes because he was the same as you. He's basically just a man. So
Can I sap his health into mine?
no, not the way that There's no Kalima stuff here unless you have the abilities with
know.
your thing. But if you have an ability to give you health back, that's a different story. But you do have 2 extra AP. Like it doesn't automatically go into the party pool. That's one thing I got wrong with the last group, is I kept telling them it did. It does not. Before you finish your attack, that's still your AP. So if you want to bank it, you just leave it dangling and say, I bank it. But if you want to use it on your coming damage, you can. You can spend that AP for more damage dice. Let me double check the numbers. Because sometimes this matters because you may need it. Let's see here. Action points. 5d20s. 1 to 3 AP. On a successful melee attack or thrown weapon, you can spend AP 1 per AP spent to a maximum of +3 for +3 AP. So you can choose to spend both of those AP and get 2 more damage dice straight up. And that's the most common thing I use it for, is just straight up give me more dice.
Yeah, that might be beneficial.
And you can still use your luck on all those dice if any come up blanks too. Reroll those as well.
Okay. I feel like I wasted them.
Almost didn't. Almost didn't.
I have piercing.
Oh, what does that do? Oh, that
I
It
does.
just
Piercing
reduces
strike.
enemy armor.
That reduces armor. Then never mind. That was good. That was good for you.
Yeah, I got piercing strike this level, so
As your fist slams into him, you hear the crunch of bone, and it stumbles back and falls prone and is dead.
sweet. So I pretty much punched the leg off because that's what I hit.
Yeah.
And after I punch the leg off, I start puking on the one in front of me. As I just take a step back.
Okay.
So we're going to want to close that.
Close it.
As the radiation sickness is getting to me.
Yep. And Michael, top of round 2.
Boop, boop, boop. I take it that's 2 different actions.
Yes.
It's like to move and then close the door.
Correct. But you still have movement left. You can still spend the rest of your movement because your
Yeah,
endurance is 7, so you've got like 5 more squares you could move.
I will step back from the door and I'll look over and say, Buck, lock the door. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Well, good luck. Buck, it's your turn.
All right, I'll head up and try and lock the door.
All right, science. Science. You want to look that?
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. You don't feel as confident as about this one as you did the top one, but it is locked.
So, how you doing, Caleb?
Great. Why do you ask? That's now chomping away at it right away.
Are we still using bubble initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well then
I say that on my turn when it comes up.
Then I'll move back. Door has been locked. Please understand that they are now still on their way.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah. You hear the rattling of that door as something smacks into it. That noise. But I will otherwise stop combat for now.
Does Caleb look like he's like on death's door?
Yes. Yes.
Can I just walk up and stab him with a stim pack?
Oh God.
That will be called a action. Well, still an action because you got to still do rolls for it. But that is considered first aid. You can try to quickly patch the wounds of someone, or yourself, or an ally. You make an int plus medicine test with a difficulty equal to the number of injuries the patient has. So he has no injuries.
Let me take the rat away, so that way I get 2 radiation taken away.
Yep.
Miss Sutton, please hold. As we are no longer in immediate danger, I can perform proper first aid. Please save your stim pack for a more dire situation.
I mean, so can I, but he looks like he's gonna fall over.
I'm fine.
I've seen people die in the vault, of old age and stuff. You look pretty close to it.
That you call me old. That hurts.
Acknowledge.
No, I just meant, you look like...
I have healing salve available. Please save your stim pack for combat usage.
What's funny to me out of character is you were so close. If you would have taken 5 points of damage on any one of those single hits, you would have had a critical injury as well. And you just skated by all of that by the just edge of your mouth.
That's how I live my life.
But anyway, yeah, you guys go ahead.
I guess she'll put her stim pack back since he won't take the easy to come by normal everyday medicine.
We could sell that for more money.
That's impressive, Caleb. Usually I'm the one being called the old man here.
I didn't call him old. I said he looked like he was going to die.
Yeah, I'll use medicine with the healing salve.
He very much does.
I'm not sure. How does healing work again?
All right, so you're going to roll
Medicine
int plus medicine. The difficulty is how many injuries he took, which is 0. And he will heal damage equal to your medicine rating, unless you use a stim pack, which in the description of stim pack adds more to what he gets.
Right. I'm using the healing salve, which adds 2 to it, so he heals for 5.
So he takes 5, and you have 2 AP that you can spend on him, which I don't think actually has a purpose. I don't think so. Let me double check page 34. Regaining now. Oh, you can also give him a plus 1 HP per AP. So if you want, you could spend those 2 extra you just rolled to give him 2 more HP.
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
He's low. He could use it, so yeah.
So
for a total of 7.
The bonus for that, for the stim pack, if you just stab yourself with the stim pack, it gives you like 2 HP or something like that. It's not very much. But if you roll first aid as the major action, they would get 4 HP and then all your other stuff you'd normally give them. So that's why stim packs are considered really good in the good hands, but anybody can still use them to get a little bit.
I mean, I have a good medicine. That's why I was going to stab him with it. But he wouldn't accept my medicine.
Well, it's just that the stim packs are for combat usage.
Can we?
I'm joking.
Can we point one of those lamps down here and see if anyone from the control room's coming down here?
Oh yes, sure. I'm also going to look for maybe something used as a makeshift shield.
Does this sound like they're trying to beat on the door?
There's something beating on doors, yes.
I would like that we should probably go out for better positioning.
I mean, what kind of better position are you talking about?
Not in the middle of a corridor next to 3 doors that also probably has other ones that's about to beat down the doors.
I hate to break it to you, but this whole place is corridors.
But we know the way out.
Notice, if we return to the stairs, we at least will have no alternate routes for enemies to attack us from.
Exactly. And we can look for better not getting clawed equipment out there, like a car door or something. Because we also don't know if the people on the other side heard it and are going to be on their way.
All right.
Let's go to the stairs, because I think the elevator's broken, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, well, it seemed like you could probably make it work again, but it didn't sound happy about that. And when you're trusting your life to a rickety box, that's your call.
I took the gamble on the elevator one time. That's all the time I need. That's aren't the stairs. Are those the stairs?
There's stairs here.
The elevator and stairs are both right
these
here.
door goes down, and they're full of rubble at the end. These were the stairs that you got up from. The sun's in there speaking the Final Fantasy battle win music. I don't even think he knows what that song is. He's just screaming it for some reason. It's funny.
What are these doors made of? Just pure metal?
Metal and concrete. It's like they were just meant to be like solid. A lot of moisture in here, so they, coated everything in concrete to make it try to last longer. It's very humid down here because of all the water.
You probably don't want to hang out in that hallway alone.
Okay. So the main thing I want to look for is if there's like it's something I could improvise as a shield.
Not down here. This place was pretty clean.
How far down are we in the ground, I should say?
I never really set a value. You're just below ground, honestly. It's not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my plan was to temporarily step out of the building to find something real quick and then come back in.
Okay. Definitely can do that.
Essentially build a funnel for them to come at us if they are going to be coming at us.
Yep. Just give me a second. Let's see if I can find the map because I didn't mark it properly. Because, again, it's been so long, I didn't think I'd ever use these maps again.
Because so far, what are we looking at? Like 10 at least? Not including the others that we heard on the other rooms?
I mean, that's a good guess.
Well, I personally saw one side of the room, which that was like what? 5? 4 normies and a glowing one.
Okay.
How many did Whitney see in the other room?
5 normals, and he saw a feral. So I'll transition you guys back to the Cumberland map.
So maybe we're looking more to at least 12 that we've seen, plus more that we've heard.
Mm-hmm. So, back out into the parking lot with all the cars that, partially destroyed, and some of them look like they've been disassembled. What do you do?
Isn't that crazy robot nearby?
You don't see her right now.
They left to go on a walk.
Yeah, she's going on a walk.
Yeah, she's going to go take her babies on a walk.
Yeah.
By the way, what are zones? Yeah, I was looking up range rules.
In the normal
mentioning...
game, everything is divided into zones. They're arbitrarily sized off of. I don't know. I don't get it. I never understood it. So I went with another GM that chose the grid-based version because he was playing a 3D, like astrometric version of all this, and we just based everything like close as three squares. and your endurance is your run, and the range bands are based on the sheet here. Let me put it in the Discord if I haven't already. I probably should have done that a while ago, but literally called the unofficial grid-based gameplay. So if a flashlight or something like that says it lights up the next zone, it means it's a close thing, so you get 3 range on a flashlight, stuff like that, based off this arbitrary design. Like close is 1 to 6 hexes, so most flashlights can do like 4 to 5, stuff like that. That's wrong with my numbers. It's been a while. Most of it I've already set up, so I didn't have to redo it all.
Beginning, you think I should have just been a super mutant for this?
I mean, that's what the other team did to easy mode all these encounters. They had a super
definitely need to look into investing in anti-radiation stuff.
Yep, it helps. It helps for that, but then again, he also had to spend twice as much to get the same armor everybody else had.
Well, as I was just saying, is I need to look into anti-radiation stuff because I think that's what's going to kill me.
Yeah, if you're going toe to toe with radiation monsters, you probably will get pretty hurt with radiation.
Just most of the wasteland.
No, not really. Not compared to these guys. These guys are pretty much, that's their deal. They are irradiated monsters. Okay. So, what are you doing now? You're outside, you have things, stuff.
Yeah, pretty much just either looking at car doors or hatchback doors to use as a makeshift shield.
Okay.
Can you describe what the building's like? Like the exit, is it just a single door leading out?
Mm-hmm. Basically, it's like a the area where the elevator and the stairs are at. On the outside are really close to each other. They just kind of one branches off, and then as you were going down to the ground, it kind of bends a little bit, and then it turns into that flat piece near the end. But overall, the building's got the name of the water reclamation plant on it. It's got it's got 2 of these really, it's not Baroque's not the word. It's just these giant faces that look like something out of Skyrim, like the what are their names? The undead guys that you killed in the tombs, the ones that had the masks. The ones that had the masks on.
The dragon priests?
The dragon priests. They have like a dragon priest type face, that face that looks unnaturally long on purpose. But it's just a giant human head like that. Like it's even elongated the skull, the top of the skull out. So it's like this just overlong face is on like every corner of the building looking out. And then it's like this lip of where the elevator and that stairway down was going. So that way, even if you walked out of either, you would be under the edge of the building in case it was raining or something like that. But otherwise, it's just concrete that's got a couple crenellations here or there to make it match the style of those heads. But the heads are literally the center point of its aesthetic.
All right.
Which makes no sense because it's also just a water treatment plant. But
all right, well, we'll speak of Tomb. All right, partners. It seems none of them had ranged weaponry. So if we all get on the roof and one of us goes in and weeds them out, we can all take pot shots on these varmints.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah.
I don't have any other ideas. I just gotta say that as the guy up front with the pipe wrench, I'm probably gonna get bitten, so, I suspect I'll be one of the post-necrotics or whatever we're calling them.
Necrotic posthumans?
Yeah, I'm gonna be post-human pretty soon, one way or the other.
Or is it
Notice,
necrotic post-radiated humans?
Notice, Mr. Rumsey, I presumed you would join us on the roof and take pot shots with your rifle.
Oh, I mean, I have a pipe gun, but ammunition is expensive. I'll join you on the roof, but I'm probably gonna, wait at wherever they seem to be scrambling up to climb up on and then keep them from killing everyone. Like if there's a dramatic staircase or a ladder area. I know you kids are kind of young, but have you ever heard of Aragorn, son of Arathorn?
No.
It's from this really great movie.
I hear it was pretty mediocre.
Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, time diverged to the 1950s. It's from this really great book.
All right, but I think we've got a plan.
I've got a
Mr.
bad
Michael,
feeling
would you
about
be
this
okay
plan.
with what? Sorry,
I've got
what
a
was that?
bad feeling about where this plan is going.
Okay, well you're actually the expert on necrotic posthumans. So what's your shoot your shot, man.
Well, what this plan here? What are you gonna ask me to do, huh?
Notice, since you are most physically fit among us, I was hoping to request you lead them out.
I mean, I was going to do it, but if he wants to do it, I don't
You're
care.
gonna like die, aren't you?
Oh, he looks
I'm
good
fine
now.
now.
He looks great, sort of.
Turns out when you puke up a bunch of radiated puke, you have less radiation in you.
Yep, science. He thinks in his head. He's so smart.
If you believe you are physically capable, then please. And then, yeah, I think the rest of us can get on the roof.
The idea is to not combat them down there, is to just weed them back out.
All right, give me a lamp.
Yeah, Buck will hand one over.
Here, hold on a second. But you guys get up there, and I'm just going to shoot a gun down there and be like, hey.
Just give me the lamp.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I guess in the process? I don't know why you assumed that we were saying you go down there.
Okay, so you go back down. One of you goes back down there.
But Michael's taking a lamp, and he's gonna go down there.
All right, give me a second
Buck
to
will hand
find
his
the
lamp
map.
over, yeah.
Okay, and we're gonna reactivate the scene. Move all you back because I can't.
Well, you don't need to if we're just leading them out.
All right,
So
so
you assume they'll catch up.
But I have a
My
question
plan-
for you when you come down. So these guys, they're not here. Okay, they're just in the scene.
right,
still,
it's
'cause-
just me.
yeah, it's technically just you. I moved you too, but I think. But there you go. So, where are you going? To where are you trying to pull out?
All right, I don't.
Does
Buck
this-
did some fancy shit with those doors
Yeah,
down there.
they're all
and
locked
I
on
want
that end, and you know that. So what are you
And then-
doing?
Yeah, so I'm going to use my lamp. I'm going to head over to the door that I know we're going to need to get in here if we want that robot anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to open this door and become one with the pack.
Okay.
What do you think he's doing down there?
So the two up front just they turn around because now they've slowly shumbled away backwards a little bit, and they just see you and they just see you. They don't move. They don't do anything. And then these other ones start walking towards you because you've got a bright light.
Do you think it's a good idea, whatever he's doing?
I'm
Yes,
going
Michael seems to be a smart man.
Do you think he's betraying us?
to...
Maybe.
Why
I'd
would
be
he-
gathering a posse so I can have have some real good eats tonight.
So yeah, they're just closing in on you, but they're not
Well, he's-
attacking. They're,
They're not
just
attacking. Yeah.
they're like moths to you because you have that light. It's something
Yeah,
you do
I'm
know
gonna,
that even you, when you go out in the sun for the first time after a few days, even you're like stunned for a second. And they love you now.
Yeah.
They're your friends.
I'm gonna have the lamp clipped to my belt or something, so I have my arms are down and everything, and I'll shuffle around for a bit so that I can pan around the room, and I'll see how many I can get to come over and join me.
Yeah, the ones behind, the ones you see here, that's all that can see you.
I mean, I'm not currently a lamp, so I can't actually see anything really.
Oh,
Like I can
that's
see
right.
the,
Hold on,
I can
hold on,
see
hold
the,
on.
I can see these two.
Yep,
Do I have
just-
more than 2 followers?
Yes, you do. Give me a second. I messed up.
Okay.
Let's turn down the color intensity.
There's actually no shields in the system, is there?
Nope.
Okay.
But I have fun. But I have fun with it because
So I'm gonna
I
shuffle
like
around
shields.
for a little bit.
So yeah, that's what you see.
I'm gonna shuffle around for a little bit with them.
Mm-hmm.
Mingle.
Yep, they get used to following you around. Even the glowing ones it stares at you with a little more comprehension than the other ones, but it is still just right now mindless.
And I'm gonna start to shuffle my way
All right.
towards the stairs and see if they'll shuffle with me and follow the bouncing light.
This is Thriller! Thriller!
So yeah.
Well,
And yeah, I plan to shuffle my way up the stairs with a pack. rules.
Yeah, they just it's like this. They just follow you up, just all the way up. Do.
All right.
All right. So back to the map with
It's
no details.
So I guess my question is, so I don't have a shield, right?
Okay. Back to you then.
Uh,
Let me pause the game, so that way we don't keep moving forward in time, because we're now in the back. We're in the past now. What I did for my other players was, if you want to use a shield made out of something else, you can just pick one up and temporarily use it. But you will have very, very harsh disadvantages because you haven't made it an actual shield. It's just a makeshift shield. It will give you, if it's a door, not a hatchback, because the hatchback is 90% glass, a door made of the metal will give you 2 physical resist. And that's it. Because it's going to charge electricity to your body, and radiation is just radiation is. That doesn't block by a small piece of metal.
Anything is better than nothing.
So on your sheet, put make an item, call it whatever, just car door, and then I will alter its things for you. So I won't make you roll for this because you're just holding a door that's not meant to be held in one hand.
Yeah.
So it should be under.
Weight is not really going to matter in this juncture because I can hold up to 240 pounds. So
correct. So actually, I think I need to add it, don't I? Card holder.
I put yeah. I didn't know if I need to put in apparel or what.
It's armor. So which arm are you holding it in?
Left.
Left arm. All right. And so that was 2 physical. We're gonna call that equipped.
I'm guessing it's for only that side.
Yes. And you're still doing that weird thing where you're not having stuff show up. Let me remove that.
Fine. If that is what it is, just I can keep in mind myself.
Because you got 1 from your armor. I think it's the tough clothing that's being stupid. It's not. When I remove your tough clothing, you still have 1 there in your left arm. I don't know. That's weird. I have to figure that out. Because it's supposed to stack. You're supposed to get the max, because that's the point of having multiple armor pieces. The base clothing plus the armor on top. Because they're supposed to stack.
I can keep it in mind. So is it the left arm and the left leg is what gets covered essentially?
In this case, just left arm, because if you built this and designed it to be a tower shield instead of a car door that's very off-centered and not, more of the car door is in front of your face, but it's glass, so it's not offering you real protection because that glass is gone. Because you got to think about it. Most of the car door, when you're sitting, is like from your shoulder to your hip, and then there's the car frame from below your knee. Like these cars are not American cars. These are Fallout American cars. They're built different and weird.
Well, that's 9/11 range, which should be about average for a dice roll. So
Yep. So you do have that. So about the time you get yourself squared away, everybody's with their shooting gallery spots. That's when you hear multiple footsteps plapping up the stairs, and the game unpauses. So, since we're cinematicing this a little bit because you're going outside of normal combating to do this type of roll, I'm going to need everyone to roll me attacks, and then stop. Don't roll damage yet, just roll me attacks and let me see what gets rolled. If you're using ranged weapons,
because I'm not shooting anything, I'm not going to roll, right? Because I'm just acting defensively on the roof.
Correct.
Okay.
And I would like to not blow my cover in a pile of death, so I'm also going to just shamble with the horde while they shoot down at us.
Do I shoot it from the gear? I don't remember. Weapons?
The name. You just click either place you find it. You just click in the name of the weapon itself. Good gracious, Grace.
Oh, I had did I roll damage? I'm sorry if I
No. You just rolled really well.
Yeah.
So,
that was just a stupidly good roll.
so Caleb. Okay, so you got 2.
I'm knocking.
So, since you rolled attacks, it automatically took some ammo from you. So we're not going to get into the minutia of how many rolls you had to do to hit these guys. This is pretty much just a group effort, and I'm going to say you got 3, 4, 5. Each one, yeah. So it takes you a few minutes. Like technically, in a what's the word I'm looking for? In a round sequential mode, you would have spent way more ammunition than this ended up taking, because the rule of cool on TV just happened. This was like the joke about shooting fish in a barrel, and the RoboCop scene where a guy with a shotgun shot 12 shots, and then shot like 4 more, and nothing happened. He never reloaded. You know, that kind of scene has happened here. As your party friend came up with this horde trailing behind them, you guys just unleashed a bullet wall, and they just kind of just mowed them down as they came out. Because as they came out, there's Caleb punching the lead in the face, so they screamed and went for him, and as they did, they just got swept under this barrage of laser and pistol fire. So you've swept the field with this small group, because, well, 2 of you rolled amazing, and 1 of you did miss. You turned a very difficult container in combat into a very clever one.
Okay.
Well, if we want to do that again, those other doors are locked. I can try to unlock them.
Can I show him how to unlock the one down at the bottom? Or just the ones I locked?
He has to roll.
Well, we can shift this over to downstairs in the one room that you just cleared out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. To repair that handy, we don't know if it's going to run off and get itself killed trying to keep doing its job. We might want to wait to fix it.
Yeah, I was saying is that we can all just, instead of being out here, we can just go inside and wait in there as you lead another group to us. Or I could lead it, one of the 2.
Babe, I don't mind leading the groups. We just keep doing like we just did.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? Are you all going back down, or one of you going back down?
It sounds like the idea was to set up the ambush in the
Room where the handy is.
Okay.
yeah,
Water
in the
plant?
handy room.
All right. So let's erase these guys. So
Yeah, kind of just eke forward, essentially.
all right, set you guys up where you will. I'll get you guys out of the corridor so it's a little faster, since I can send you through walls like they don't exist to me.
Why not? I don't have a cone in front of me for. Oh, because I'm supposed to have. I think I have somebody's lamp. I don't remember who.
You would have the lamp that I gave to.
Oh, you have it. You know, Buck has, or not Buck. Buck no longer has the lantern.
Yep.
Because I have to set that. That's literally just me modifying your token to have the.
Buck doesn't have. Buck said he'll handle his lantern of mine to Whitney.
Okay. So,
I still have mine.
so you're at 0. And he is at 3. Yes. Little silly bit of work, but it's something I've once I convince you all to buy lanterns or flashlights of your own, I don't have to do this no more.
That'll be our next purchase, other than some ammo.
I don't need one.
Yep, and one of you doesn't need one. Oh, I didn't set your radius right. Not 360.
And I
90.
I love this 360 view.
I bet you do.
All right,
I would
well,
too. Because I
I
can
wait
click on your
till
token
I-
and see what you can see, and I hate it, and I'm not playing it. Like, ooh.
I'm gonna wait until I see everybody walk through that door, and then I'm going to start heading down the hall.
Okay. All right.
I figure once they're all in
so
there, they
Jordan's
can set up
somewhere
their
back
ambush.
here. I don't think he wants to be in the middle of a firefight.
And we want to be as far back in the room as we can.
Okay. So while they position yourself, which door are you going to head to first?
I probably can just do that. Let's be real.
Yep. Until you get closer, they're very far away.
I'm going to try to open this door.
Okay. Roll me a science check.
Put my gun away. I hang the lamp on my belt. So I can assume the shuffle position. I didn't attack them before. Okay.
All right.
And I just stand there, like to the side, open the door, and just look at them. Do they seem like they've gotten less aggressive in the time that they were stuck in there?
They do. Unfortunately, they're not paying attention to you. They're walking up to that door. They're trying to push past you to get to that door. That window is not supposed to go inside you like that. He's in that corner. He's like trying to push past you because this door, something big is hitting it.
You just need to bash one in the back of the head and run.
No. Actually, I have an idea. We just witnessed this behavior, and I'm sure I've seen it before. I'm going to go, since I know that they're, like, at that door. I'm going to get to, like, here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to scream. I'm going to try to imitate their hunting call.
Okay. Normally I'd make you roll, but it's just screaming. It's really just screaming.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll scream and then look over my shoulder and see if I see the glowing one coming.
Hold on a second.
We're in an underground tunnel. I'm sure he heard me.
All right, what did I miss?
I'm trying to mimic a hunting call right now.
All right.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a bad idea.
So
Well, I'd rather do that than bop one on the back of the head while I'm standing in the middle of them.
that's right. So you're back in combat rounds now. You make the scream. I want to roll here, but I don't really have any idea what to make you roll. So I'm just going to say you make the scream, and you hear them respond. You just hear.
Cool. I'm gonna just start shuffling this way. So when they turn to chase me, they can see that I'm going this way. So I guess if it's my turn in combat, I'm not going to go. What's my actual speed?
It's your endurance, so 7.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You're a fast boy.
I'll go 5.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I just I'm just trying to act like a feral.
Okay. Buck, anything from you? Or are you just holding action? Because you can do that. You can ready an action type. I don't think they're going to get to you anytime soon, but you could do it. If you get one in within your range, you could still shoot. Just to, basically, if it gets in your range before your turn starts, you get a free, you get your attack still.
Yeah.
But your range is close, which would be 1 to 6 squares. So I don't think they're going to get there this round, but you can definitely try it.
Yep. So I'm just thinking I'll wait and I'll ready an action to shoot if they get within. First I'll aim and then ready an action to shoot if they get within medium range.
Okay. Alrighty. And this one. Okay, so he responds to your noise. Let's see, that's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the green glowing thing comes down the hall a little closer. Grace, it is your turn.
I think
also
I'm
want to
supposed to be
note-
standing here, right? Oops.
I mean,
That was what they told me to do. Was just wait.
I mean, yeah, if that's what you want to do.
I'm gonna follow my instructions.
Okay.
I'll note this action for everyone else. Just putting it out there.
You can do that, yes. Another ghoul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's dead. 3, 5. Jordan, your turn.
What are we thinking here, guys?
Please prepare yourselves for these nasty varmints.
Okay. I know that this doesn't look like appropriate, but yeah, I'm just gonna stand next to the death robot and heft my pipe wrench.
Okay. So you're basically standing
Just
just,
kinda
inside the
fiddling
door,
with
but
the-
not out, like around the corner-ish almost type of thing?
Yeah,
or-
I don't want to my whole body to be out there for a
That's
ghoul
fine.
to chomp on. You know
Yeah,
what
they
I
have to.
mean? But-
They have to at least be in the doorway to get you. Then, like that's the
Okay.
trade-off. You're not their direct target, but if they get in this square, then they would
I got it.
possibly attack you. But otherwise, you're going to have advantage on that.
I'm fiddling with my golf cozy. I guess that's what I'm gonna call it.
Your sock.
Just kind of waiting. It's the time before the flood arrives that feels the worst. It gnaws at the bones of men. And that's my turn.
Okay. All right, ghoul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't think I'm on there.
No, you're not. But you're going last either way.
That's fair.
You are the
I just
slowest.
want to make sure I didn't get
You're
skipped.
the slowest life form I've ever had the pleasure of playing this game with.
Well, I didn't realize that agility and perception were both added together to get initiative. So those are the cards I picked.
Would it have changed anything?
I don't know. Probably not. Not with how that was building the character, no.
And there you go. Now you're at the bottom.
As it turns out,
And it's your turn.
charisma and strength are not the very accompanying things.
Oddly, they don't complement each other naturally. no.
I think I'm just going to get in a position to do a socking to one of them again and essentially go, well, this is it. Hopefully this goes as good as last time and we can do this again because it's going to take us a while to get clear to this if this doesn't go swimmingly.
Okay.
So I should say this. To arms and honor, my friends. To arms and honor. And I'd like to rally.
Roll your rally.
With speech and charisma if I can.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll it. Roll those beautiful bean feathers. Look at you. You're actually inspiring. You
I
even
just
surprised
bank
yourself
those
on that
three.
one because you rolled really, really well. So yeah, you bank all 3. Okay. Back to the top of the order. Pretend feral ghoul. It's your turn.
I will do my shamble run to this corner,
Mm-hmm.
and I will shoot down with my pipe pistol one time, and then I will follow her.
Okay.
We
hoping-
got him!
I'm hoping the ghouls will run past me, and then if the fight goes bad, I can try to shoot them in the back.
Okay. That makes sense.
Oh no, I think Michael got shot.
Let's see how that works out for you. Buck.
We lost nothing of value.
Yeah. Your
Partner Michael is fine.
Yeah,
Please
you-
prepare for contact with varmints.
Say your new friend walks down the hall, shoots the floor in front of it, and falls over.
I think it was a ricochet.
But
What
unfortunately,
did it ricochet off of?
The floor.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
4. You said to hear that.
I should get an action, shouldn't I?
You just said you did something. You fell over.
No, that was Michael.
Oh, that's my. Oh, you're doing something?
Yes,
I
he's-
mean, I assume. Yeah, I'll rally as well.
Okay.
Want more of those sweet, sweet AP.
All right.
Nada.
So, like I said, you're not doing anything, right? I love how the dice help me out on that. That's pretty effed up, but it's
Well, no, that's how the coin flips.
Grace. It is currently your turn.
You try to do it retroactively, and it says no.
Haha! I already skipped you. At the moment, your friend walked down the hall, shut the floor in front of him, fell over, and that's just barely in the light, so you barely saw him do it. But he crumpled in a way that didn't look natural, so he's probably not hurt. But that's all you see. You hear the clapping down the hall getting louder. And something's running. Is there anything you do, Grace? If she's not kiddo emergency.
I guess right here and just kind of wait because I still don't see anybody.
Okay. Sounds good. Other ghouls. I'm just going to remove this one from the thing altogether. He's dead. He can't act.
Is that the one I knocked the leg off of?
Yeah. Freaking my super mutant in the other game hit the left leg or right leg for every attack for like 6 sessions. Jordan, it's your turn again.
Okay, so I'm rallying, but I'm only rallying myself, so it's a survival endurance check.
Yes.
All right. He takes a deep breath, and inside his head, he goes, "All right, old man. You survived the super mutants. Ooh, you can survive this. Let's get ready. Leroy Jenkins!" And I'm rolling survival.
Using your endurance.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So part of AP goes to 6 because that's the max.
That's unfortunate.
So I start taking deep breaths really slowly, just to slowly start peaking my blood pressure and my heart rate. So when the fight comes, I'm ready.
We got this. We got this. Woo!
I can do this. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I'm not competent. But I say that part out loud. Really worrisomely.
Well, there's really no point in me rallying
No.
since we're already at max.
You can do this, guy. You've got this.
So yeah, the flapping of feet get louder, and it's Caleb's turn again. I mean, you have the very fast character going down a very long hallway against things that are very slow.
Yeah.
Even at their run speed, they only go twice as fast as the slowest of you.
Oh yeah. Was there 7 in that room?
Yeah. Well, remember you killed one, so there was more.
That's what I say. There were 7, just regular ones.
Unless I called too many. They came from the top hallway too.
Did you
That
open
one
all
was
the
super
doors?
locked.
No,
He did.
I
But
think
I
there
don't-
was just this many.
but they could have smashed the door.
Fair enough. Soon the tides of battle will be upon us. The enemy come marching at our gates. We must hold. That's it.
Okay. Michael, you hear them
Yeah,
coming,
there's no-
but they sound like they're still very far away.
Man, this would be a great time to be improvising Molotov.
This entire section was literally to teach you to use flashlights.
Why is there?
That's all the corridors for. As soon as I saw the corridor, I'm like, I need them to have flashlights because the players out of character before I started this entire thing for the original Fallout ATL talked about making a mole rat infested like lifestyle underground, and then they went underground without flashlights. It's like,
I'd like.
gotcha.
Can I stealth?
You can try. What are you doing?
Okay.
Would stealth and just? I mean, you can.
I just I want to look unappetizing, uninteresting. These are actively moving dinners and
Okay. You can
Close.
roll something if you want, stealth-wise, to try to, what you feel like is the best way to make yourself less appealing to flesh-eating ghouls.
I mean, since I'll spend one because somebody's just gonna rally anyways.
There's no point in rallying.
Also, no point in not rallying, because, we're just waiting.
Oh, that's true. That's
All right. So, yeah, you don't know if you succeeded or not yet because there's nothing interacting with you at this time. Range Handy Buck, are you going to do anything?
I'll just do the same I did earlier of preparing to aim and shoot if they come within,
Okay.
12 squares.
12 squares. So let me see if they will before
Or
I...
basically medium.
Wait, this is the other important part. I want to be laying down so you don't shoot through me.
There you go. You're prone.
Nice.
That takes a movement to get
want
up
to
from.
mention that I'm going to set the lantern on this thing here, so it's not immediately giving me away as far as me being a beacon of light.
Okay.
Just wanted to be backlighting you for dramatic purpose.
I guess.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say that's happening because... Hold on.
You don't have to do the light there. Just there. Yes, that works. Just
I mean,
because I might consider semi sneaking.
Yeah, it's just easier to say it's there and not, boop.
Yeah.
There's a lantern sitting there. Boop. Light sources are weird sometimes. But anyway.
Yeah, I tried messing with them and they're not.
Oh, they're just weird for how they sometimes interact with your walls because sometimes they find holes that you didn't know were there.
Yes.
I'm going to speed this up a tiny bit because this next turn is basically a bust. They're not going to be in range.
Us.
It's not going to be in range until the turn after this one, even at max speed. So, anyone that was going to do a rally can do a rally right now while I
I think we
move
can just
these
add one.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
I feel that's pretty fair.
Caleb keeps being inspirational.
Yeah, it's like,
I have a question.
go ahead.
Can I attempt to hide a little bit? Or does there nowhere to hide here?
You can. There's nothing saying you can't. It's just, you're not sure.
I mean,
if it's
you
what
could be
do.
saying I can't.
I mean, you could hide behind your own shadow. Like, you could try it. It just doesn't mean it succeeds. Like, but no one's interacting with you to... Like, if you ask Caleb, hey, do I look hidden? Yeah, he would probably be like, no, you're just standing in the middle of a room. But there is a box.
That's fair.
There's a box behind you.
Yeah.
You could
Can
try
I
to get in
hide
it.
behind the box?
It's
I don't want
closed.
to get in the box.
Yeah, well, basically...
we could also move the box, theoretically, I would think. Unless it's bolted to the floor.
It's heavy. Basically,
I think we waited way too long to ask that question.
Yeah.
Well, I thought they'd be here sooner, so I wasn't worried about it.
Yeah. That's why I
Once I
was
figured out
laughing
they were
about
taking
your
a couple
plan.
rounds.
That's why the corridor
Well,
is
and then
so long.
I was kind of looking around and couldn't tell if there was stuff in here, if it was just a big empty room, or if there was various
Now this right here,
chairs or-
this metallic beam is a railing. That is a raised floor. It doesn't count against you for movement because it's not that pronounced of a raised floor. But it is meant to be like this area would drain downwards if water got up to this floor, and this area would drain it down this way into some grates that are built into the wall. So it's got purpose for why it's like this, but it's 90% pretty. It was definitely meant to be pretty, but Gothic
Don't worry
design
about
for
it
no
then.
reason. It's very much like somebody put Gotham in a basement.
I'll just stand in the middle of the room. It's fine.
Okay.
Listen, Caleb's rallying is just gonna, after it being a while, he's gonna run out of speech and then just start doing the Spartan. Oh.
Okay. So we're back to the top then. They've moved. They are not in medium range for Mr. Robot. They're 2 squares out, so they will be in it at this point in this coming turn. But, yeah. So, are you doing anything, Michael Whitney? You hear them behind you. In
Michael
still
doesn't want to
a
get
quarter.
attacked.
Okay.
He's gonna hope that his stealthy "I've been vanquished, kill the dinner" pose works.
Okay. Fair enough. Mr. Robot Man, are you ready in your action and aiming?
I'm readying in my action, aiming it, and readying my action to shoot the first non-glowing one that gets within range.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Because we like the glowing one because it keeps lighting up the others.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It also likes you.
Oh, jeez.
It's standing literally almost on top of your friend. Grace.
Luckily, he likes radiation. He's good with it.
Are we not supposed to shoot the glowing one?
No, we are supposed to.
No, you can. I'm just shooting the other ones because I like the fact that he lights up the others.
Okay, I'll aim and shoot at the glowing one.
Okay. So what aim does is it allows you to re-roll one of the 2 d20s by default. If you can get more if you spend AP, but you get to re-roll one of those d20s if it's not satisfactory. So go ahead and roll your attack, or spend AP for more attack. That was your damage.
My bad. Oh,
What?
what's good? Hold on, it's gonna roll it again. Hold on.
Yep. So make sure you push the name of the weapon. There you go.
Yeah, I got it now.
Okay. So for free, without
you
spending luck, you can re-roll one of those 2, and then you after that can re-roll the other one with luck if you still need that.
If I hit re-roll, will it just roll one or will it roll two?
You have to click one. Yeah,
you have to
it grays
click
them
one.
out.
Okay, got it. Oh, that's not good.
You rolled worse. Do you want to use
I
a
did.
luck or let it lie?
I'll use a luck.
Okay.
I'll say you have a lot of luck, don't you?
Yeah.
All right.
Does the luck refresh during sessions?
If you rest or something like that major during a session, yes. But in this case, it was still the same session. It's just we have multiple nights for the session because we're online.
All right, I'll roll one with my luck then. I'm just gonna miss. I can't.
I like that re-roll. I didn't know it did that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oof.
Well.
You were real close though.
Sure.
It's just dark. It's just really dark, and even though he's glowing like the sun, you know your friend's there, so it's like it's mixed feelings on that shot.
I can't help it. I roll high most of the time.
Actually, she thinks that he's dead, so that doesn't come to.
No, I
effect.
think he got shot. I think he's injured.
Yeah.
And then this one comes flapping down the hall. Plop, 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 plop.
Interesting.
This one comes flapping down the hall. Plop, 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 plop. Jordan, anything you're going to do or want to do?
I'm just gonna
Well, I'm
stand.
taking my first shot since one of the non.
Oh, yep, that's right. First you take your shot. He's 6 away. So he's within close, so you don't actually get a negative to your shot. So roll your attack. Alright, so you have an extra success, so you can spend that on damage, or you can save it once your attack's done. I would save it.
Spend it on damage since.
Either spend it on damage or save it, because if you have effects on your weapon, you could activate them. But it doesn't have armor, so actually don't worry about that. Piercing does
And I'll
nothing.
add one more since we can't save it anyways.
Yeah, and piercing does nothing for you here. So you did 4 damage. Is it the top one or the bottom one? Because they both basically got here at the same exact time in order.
Let's go with the bottom one.
Perfect.
I'm trying to.
I'm not happy you chose
dice roll,
that
but it doesn't.
because that's just
That
not
the
fair.
injured one?
That was the damaged one from before. So you, so your
Oh,
little
well,
laser
if
beam
it kills
just,
it anyways.
yeah, your laser beam goes pshomp, and it just he is falls. Actually, I'm just going to delete him. Mucking up my freaking roll. Okay, Jordan, back to you. You saw
I'm
you see in the
standing
glowing
ready for
one,
their arrival.
and you see them start fall. One of them falls as soon as it gets into position, basically. All right, you're just readying just in case they get to you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you now they're not, but the rest come fluffing up the hall.
I hope we know what we're doing.
Caleb, it is your turn.
Well, I mean, I shall I'll aim and take a shot with a pipe gun. Actually, is it a pipe pistol or a gun?
Yes, it's one of the two.
Okay.
It's
It would say
50-50.
pipe
It
pistol.
says its name on it. Those are two different guns.
Yes, they are. Okay. Well,
Pistol's a pistol shape.
it says close quarters, so I guess it doesn't. I don't know.
1 to 6.
Does it? I guess theoretically I could just drop it if I want to use something else.
Closest 1 to 6, so you could shoot the glowing one without any negatives. Which negatives in this case means it gets harder to
That's the
hit.
preferred one not to get next to. So I'll spin a shot to shoot at the glowing one.
Okay.
That can't not do anything else on my turn.
Can't not do anything else. That's true.
Uh,
And you miss unless you want to re-roll. Well, 2, T, and
I
5.
aim.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, that's a.
Oh!
Hey!
Hey! You make fun of him and he hits. All right. That's all we need to do is tease him about it. We've been doing that for years and it never worked.
I'm not going to waste any AP on this.
Alrighty.
Because I don't think I'll get anything benefit from it. What is fire rate 2?
Well, you can just spend it on damage.
Fire rate 2 means you can spend another bullet to get more damage dice as well. So you basically reduce your ammo by 1 more or 2 more, and you get that many more dice. On the damage.
Sure, why not? So do I need to put extra dice in it after I put the fire rate, or just need to put the fire rate?
When you click the damage, it will pop up saying add extra dice, and you just add it there.
There you go. I will spend a luck to reroll the 2 empty ones.
Okay. Give me 1 sec.
Got another damage out of it.
Nice. Trying to find my...
And
If he has no armor, that's an injury.
Yep, let me double check.
If they can be injured, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's fair ghouls are a little different, but they're not that different. Well, they're just not. That's a glowing one. Never mind. He does have defenses.
I mean, I could do piercing 1, couldn't I? Or I guess pipe gun doesn't have that, does it?
Nope. It'll say on the down here where it says damage effects. That's where it'll be written for the gun. You can get it on there.
Okay,
You
'cause
can
there's
put
like
mods
a
on
1
it.
next to it.
Yeah. Well, you've rolled an effect. You just don't have any damage effects available. So it's just damage for you. So yeah, you hit and you see the bullet strike it. And that's most feedback you get.
I did something.
You did something.
That's all I could ask for.
Oh no. Oh no, I did something wrong. I did something wrong. Okay. I can fix it.
Is it something wrong that benefits me?
No. Not at all. It benefits me.
That's unfortunate.
I gotta put this guy
I
back
don't
in the
like
order.
the way you said that.
I know, me neither. It sounded very aggressive and true. This guy's still dead. Don't worry. He's still dead.
I didn't think you'd get less dead.
He can.
Is he mostly dead? Is
No.
that the problem?
He's dead. He's dead.
Okay.
Dead. Don't worry.
I was wondering if true love was clinging him to
He
life.
can come back to life because he's a ghoul. Because he's not really alive. He's a ghoul.
Does extra damage affect that? Because I had one that didn't get rolled.
He's just dead. He's defeated.
Can I turn a day tripper into a Molotov?
Yes.
You can? Okay.
I don't know how, but you can. You can do anything you want as long as you roll well enough, pretty much. And it makes sense. Michael Whitney. People are shooting past you, and there's some guy like accidentally kicking you. He's not really paying you attention though. He stinks. He stinks a lot though.
Can I tell though? Really?
I mean, you still have the sense of smell. It's just not as sharp as it used to be. Stinks still stinks.
But it looks like he's ignoring me. He's just sort of.
Yeah, he's trying to walk up through you, and he just kind of bumps into you, and it's why he's like barely kicking you because it's just literally as soon as his feet hit, he looks down and sees another ghoul and stops. He thinks you're a ghoul, and he's like, "You're down."
I want them to go past me.
Unfortunately, I control them.
Yeah. I also don't want to just become like free food.
I mean,
That's a good
they
choice.
ain't paying anything for any of you, so all of you are free food.
Yeah. So, in Michael's experience, like, will they ignore a body to go for something alive, or will they just snack on what's available in front of them?
They, from what you've seen, you've never seen one of them actively feeding on a dead body. You've seen that, well, let me say that right. You've never seen them find a dead body. Every time you've seen one of them chewing on someone, it's someone they took down.
Okay. So,
That's the best answer I can give you there.
all right. So, if it looks like he's just sort of like tripped over a corpse and he's not really paying much attention to me, then I'm gonna keep hoping that stealth worked.
Okay. So we'll move on. Robot Man, it's your turn.
Essentially, you're the science experiment at the moment.
I act by not acting.
There you go.
I'm going to take a shot at our glowy friend.
Okay.
Well, aim first, but yeah.
Oh,
Going to re-roll that 20.
Okay. Upgraded. All right.
Much better.
All right. Roll that damage in his torso.
Nice.
All right. You have 2 effects, and I would advise you to activate them.
Yep. It technically, since I actually have awareness, it has technically piercing 4. So yeah.
Okay. You're activating all that?
Yep.
Okay. So he does take way more damage from your shot than the last time he was hit. So that would be 4. Yep, there we go. Okay.
Does using an effect let he take away from the damage?
No. Effect is just extra for what the hit does. The effects are also damage numbers. So when you see a face, that's at least a 1 damage, no matter what. And then it can do these other things. That's why I say the players have so many abilities, because you can choose to keep adding more things to your guns. The monsters don't make their claws have turbo lasers and stuff like that. You can do crazy stuff. They can't. That's why I have to throw bigger things eventually.
All right. So that's 5 damage to torso.
Okay.
Nice.
He took it like a champ, but he's unhappy about it. He stands there and let me read this again to myself here. Okay.
Is it back to me now?
No, it's the
Did
glowing
I
turn.
get skipped? If that's the case, I feel like
Now we're
No.
back at the top.
I don't know where it is.
okay.
All right. I'm actually going to spend some AP.
For
Going to be spending 2 to take a major action, and then another 1 to add another roll to it. I'm going to shoot him again.
okay, so we go back to your turn.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of them. I think we want to get them down quickly.
No, that's fair.
The
The one I'm most worried about is the glowing one.
Nice. All right. 1 back to the.
Yep, you hit him and you get 2 extras.
No, it's actually difficulty 2 because I'm using a second major action.
Ah.
All right.
All right. So are you
Another
activating
3 damage to.
those 2 piercings or
Yes.
okay. And how much piercing would that be for you? Because you got your special gulu thing. What does that make
Piercing
you?
4
Piercing 4.
total.
Okay.
but you've got one more success than you needed, so you have 1 personal AP. You could add another damage.
I added it to the party AP.
15.
Okay.
Okay. So he's looking hurt.
And that's it for me.
Okay. So then it is his turn. Let's see here. One, 2, 3. Okay, you can do that there. All right. He walks here. Does he like crowd like kind of that Superman thing where Superman for some reason does this, or not Superman, but any Marvel and DC heroes that have like energy pulse things where they have to for some reason like tuck their arms into their chest and lean down to really get that kaboom. Well, that's what he does. He leans down and he goes, "Ah!" And when he does, he pulses out for everybody within 6 squares. Oh, not 6, it's 3. So these two, which don't affect the robot, but he hits that robot, he hits this body, and he hits these 2 guys back here. You guys all potentially take, double check my numbers, 5 dice. 5 dice of radiation damage. So.
That's a lot of dice.
It's a lot of dice. He did 5 dice and 5 damage. So, Jordan.
Yep.
You have taken 5 radiation damage because this was direct pulse of just nasty radiation energy. Unless you have any type of radiation resistance.
I have the lead-bellied perk, which says that I can re-roll the DC to determine if I suffer from irradiated food or drink. Okay. I have nothing
but what I'll
to
do,
offset that.
I will give you 1 resistance just naturally for this type of thing. Because it is, your whole body is being suffused suddenly with this radiation. I'll give that to you because that's a cool perk and no one ever takes it. I just like that perk. Because it's very much what I always take.
As I see this happening, I make it seem like I know how far it's going to go, but I make it seem like I'm body blocking for the guy behind me. Like, no!
Yeah, so it's like this just pulse of energy. And it's staring at Kane. Like Kane's character. He's staring at him, expecting him to get up. Of course, he does not, because he's not actually hurt. The difference is...
Well, does he or does he not? He can choose.
Well, it's not his turn yet.
But this one does get
How
up.
do I remove my hit points, though?
It does it when you take the radiation.
Radiation, it'll do it automatically.
Okay.
Yep,
There we go.
And it will lower your max HP, and if you're at max, it will lower both.
I'm not feeling so good.
Well, I mean, when Michael has the option to stand up, he really has no choice but to stand up and try to play the part again.
Yep. Well, I mean, you don't know exactly what he's doing, honestly. He's just thinking, get up, and you're just there. So it's up to you what you do. But behind you, you do hear another sound of a ghoul standing.
Cause this is Thriller.
That's annoying if that healed him.
All right, Grace, it is your turn. There was a wave of green energy that just popped into the door.
I guess I'll try to shoot him again.
Okay. Oh wait, that was supposed to heal him. Was it supposed to heal him?
Does that heal them, or it just wakes them up?
Hold on. She can still shoot. It's fine.
If you aimed, you could reroll the 13.
I forgot to say I was going to aim.
Yep.
I mean,
if you didn't move, I assume you do in this case.
Okay.
Because I'm cool with that.
I'll try to reroll the 13 then.
I'm against you.
I think I rerolled. Okay, I did.
There you go. So that it gives you an extra success. So you can spend that on more damage die, or you can hold it for other things, but it's up to you.
I'll do damage because I'm scared that we are outnumbered and outmatched at the moment.
Mm-hmm. It's a good guess.
How do I add? Oh, I see it.
Ooh. And you're shooting the
bullet in
glowing
his
one?
head.
Yes.
Okay. So
You sounded really sus when you said that.
your shot was true,
I
and you hit solid. It just doesn't seem like it did much because this thing, from the distance you are, it doesn't look like it's taking damage because it's just already so gross and damaged as it is. You can't really tell what you did. Out of character, it soaked a lot of that.
Okay.
That's the bad part about the 10 millimeters. They're 10 millimeter ammo everywhere, but they're low damage. So it usually takes more.
That's what I started with.
Yep, that's why you start with it. Vaulters almost all get it because it's a reliable pistol. It doesn't have the unreliable perk like some of the other pistols do. All right. Feral time. One.
Is it because he has armor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glowing one is very much an armored creature because it's
That's why my
it's
piercing is
reinforcing
helping a lot.
it's reinforcing its body over time with the very damage that's turned into a monster. Robot Man. You're getting attacked. Oof.
Everyone
He ain't doing so good.
laugh at it.
I'm going to spend an AB. Haha, it hit you. Laugh at it.
Ah, this is...
You're welcome, team.
Take that radiation.
Well, he doesn't suffer the radiation, but he does suffer the damage. So you take 5 possible damage to your thruster.
Wait, why did he roll 7 dice?
Because I spent AP. I have a lot.
I thought you spent AP to re-roll.
I add more damage dice too. GM.
Okay, how much AP did you give him?
You guys got me up to 10.
Oh, so whatever we use in AP, you get the AP.
No.
Okay,
If
alright.
you tell me, I'll buy an AP from you. You'll get the effects of the AP. I go up by 1. You fail something bad and don't fix it. Even if the complication isn't bad against you, I still get the AP. And technically, I'm supposed to check if it's a tag skill and you fail a tag skill, I'm supposed to get AP, but that sounds very hard to track, so I don't usually track that.
Okay.
That's a
Okay,
pain.
This is knowledge that I
Yep.
am now taking this to heart now. Okay.
I'm only responsible for 10% of this.
Yeah, I'm responsible
Basically,
for the other percent, so don't-
basically, the AP for me is rewards for you doing badly, but, that's the only way. There's like one other way for me to generate AP, and there's like alpha super monsters that just generate some when they come out because they're so badass. Everything around them should feel more badass for it being there.
Fair enough. Okay.
So for the most part, when I start a new session, you guys go to 0. I go to how many of you there are. And usually I go down before you do. Because most of the time you guys rally and stuff like that. Okay.
Alright, I took 3 damage.
Yes. You took 3 possible damage to your thruster, unless you have armor. It's physical.
I did.
Okay.
But no, it was 5. I lowered it to 3.
Okay. And that's how that works. It just soaks up some. Alright, and the formerly dead guy plop, 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 and does the same thing. Does that nice rawr jump thing that they do when they try to attack you at a run. He succeeds.
Does the formerly dead guy look like he healed a lot, or is just pretty much just
He just got up.
back at the edge of life?
He's got a hole through him. He don't look happy about existence, but he's going for it. And that was 4 possible damage to your arm number 3.
Alright.
All right. Unless you got some that you need to go over with me because of damage. Oh no, you only took 4 at most, even without armor. Okay, never mind. Jordan, it is now your turn. There's one in range.
I'm firing my laser.
I love it. You hit. It kind of looks over at you. It just like as you say that, it recognizes that statement, and then it just beamed in the freaking torso.
Okay, do I get anything cool for having 3 faces?
Unfortunately, no, because it's just a pipe wrench with no effects on it.
Well, okay.
You could upgrade the pipe wrench in the future, though, and then you could put stuff on it, which would be really cool. But for now, no. But you did get a very solid hit. This guy, he don't look happy. He's functionally halfway dead.
So I think the way Jordan does it is he waits for the guy to get just barely out of range and then starts an incredibly wide one-handed swing so that it catches him in the jaw right as he walks at the very tip end of the pipe, and he says, Oh, I wish I had a VATS. I saw a guy once who did some crazy stuff on their Pip-Boy.
Speaking of
That's my
VATS,
whole turn.
there is one person with the VATS this time, and I forgot to mention this. If you use if you use the aim action using your Pip-Boy, you can choose the location you hit without penalty. I think that's how that works. There's like some special thing to the Pip-Boy that does that. I don't remember. Did I put one in your inventory? Yeah, there it is. See, oh, it just says fucking see description. Oh, it's in the description tab. Never mind. There it is. In addition, all Pip-Boy units aid their wear during combat thanks to the Vault Tech Assisted Targeting System or VATS. A character equipped with a Pip-Boy may use VATS when they make an attack, ignoring the normal difficulty for increasing the target to a specific location. So, what that means, if you declare it when you're making any attack, you can say, I'm using VATS to hit him in the head. And it doesn't matter what the hit location on your roll says, you're now hitting them in the head. Because you have VATS to help you do that. You still got to hit.
Doesn't seem to actually be wearing armor.
Yeah, you still got to hit, but you get that ability as your Pip-Boy's like 5th superpower.
Sweet.
All right, good hit, Jordan. And then the team comes crashing the party. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we need to move.
Is one of them missing a leg?
No.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And then Caleb.
All right. Moving forward. What was this deal about taking a second major action with using AP?
Oh.
If you use 2 AP, you can use a second major action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it will be at +1 difficulty.
Well, I'm thinking. Okay, I'm going to punch the one that Jord weakened.
Okay.
And then I'll consider for the next one.
All right. So it's currently a defense 1, so you just got to get 1 success.
Nice.
You got 3, so you got 2 extra successes. Hold on. Wait till you roll your damage to decide.
Okay, so I can do it.
You got to pick now if you want to add more damage, but any other use of it, wait till you roll your damage so you can see whether or not you need it for something else, because you may have other scenarios you need it. Because as rolls as you can get 1 extra damage for 1, I believe, and then there's like some other crazy rules there. Let me double check it.
I think I'll let it. I think I'll just bank the 2.
Okay.
Because I'm probably going to immediately use it. And I have piercing strike.
Not even a thing here. Yeah, this guy takes a solid hit and it makes a squishing sound as. What'd you hit him? Right leg.
Right leg.
So you go to punch him and you kind of trip and you just punch right into his right leg and he just goes down.
I punch him in the shin. Everybody's weakness. Yeah, and I'm going to use the 2 AP to do another major action and punch the other one.
Okay. So that'll be 2 successes to hit.
Yep.
Those do not hit.
I will re-roll both those.
So you were at 4 AP before you did that, or you bumped it up to 6.
I was at 3 luck before I'm re-rolling. So
Okay.
I'll be down to 1.
Okay, go ahead.
There
you go.
There we go.
Nice.
You got an extra success.
Well, it's a difficulty
No.
too.
Oh, it's a
It's
difficulty
difficulty
too. Yep. This is what you hit.
I broke even.
All right.
That's unfortunate.
Again, this time you hit him back. This is the same guy you hit before in the chest and
I hit
didn't
him
kill him.
torso.
But and you once again hit him square in the chest, and this time he did go down. Again.
Hurrah.
So he has died twice.
Stay dead, please.
There's a reason I don't take them off the board. This guy is insane. Thankfully, there's
We
rules
wanted
to it.
it.
Thankfully, there's rules to it, but it still sucks for you guys. Michael Whitney. You kind of see some of this.
well.
They're standing all around you, and they're fighting the hallway. So
The one that went down earlier stood up, so I guess I should probably stand up.
Okay.
So that's what my whole movement to stand up.
No, it's just it's
It's a
a
minor action.
movement. Yeah, it's a movement. But
That's a movement. I will stand up. I really don't want to be standing right here. This would be really, really bad.
there's no bueno, that's for sure. You get back up and take a shot then, and spread the herd if you want.
Shoot your glowing buddy in the back of the head.
That is an option.
Yeah, but how messed up? I mean, I don't know. We can't really tell how messed up the glowing one is. My bullets are really small.
His glow is smaller. It's half as bright as it used to be. How about that? Is that a fun way to say it?
Oh,
If you had a way to measure glow, he's half of that.
that's really depressing.
He's tough. There's a reason I have one. No, there's probably if you guys were a level higher, there'd be more than one in this fight. But there's only one in this fight for a very, very obvious reason.
Not to
Tanks.
mention, there's also another one that we would have to deal with also.
All right, you know what? Michael's gonna try to help the team. I'm gonna try to shoot the glowing one.
Okay.
Does the rules for the glowing one, like, does he deal rad being next to him?
Yes, but you're immune because you're you're a ghoul.
Right. I'm just thinking for inevitably when they get together and kick the shit out of me.
Technically, he actually heals from radiation.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try. I'll spend an AP.
Hey,
Nice.
Very nice. All right, so you got 2 extra successes. You're shooting him in the left arm.
Yeah. Okay.
I would just bump those into damage probably.
Mm-hmm. You spin both of them. You put both of them into getting 2 more damage die. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
that's a pipe gun. That's not the same for guns. Guns you have to spend ammo. So
Oh,
no.
okay.
it says
Oh, wait, no.
extra
Never
damage, melee or thrown weapon.
Oof.
So I really can't do anything with those extra AP.
Yep, it'd be best to hold on to those then.
So
Right.
we'll go up to 5.
Yep, and then roll your damage.
That really sucks. That was sort
Well,
of
you
part of
could.
my plan.
Oh, you could use them to take another shot, technically speaking.
Yeah, and you bank them, and then you immediately take another action. So you shot him in the left arm for 3
I'm gonna spend a luck.
to reroll those 2.
Yeah.
All right. All right. What do you got? A pipe gun? Yeah. You hit it, and you saw the bullet go in.
That was a really weird way to say that. I'm just going to be honest.
It didn't get. That's about as much feedback as it gives him. It's like he's standing point blank. He shot a hole in him, and it didn't really do much. But it hit him, and it went in.
Like, does it look like it did nothing?
It does look like it did something.
Okay. I
Just
was just
like-
worried I was giving him jewelry.
Like putting your finger in a cake. It puts a hole in it, but the cake's still a cake.
This takes a whole new
Yeah.
meaning to mailing him a bullet.
Just
I'll
handed him a bullet.
spend 2 AP to get another major action, and I'll spend another AP to get a 3rd die.
Okay.
So I cannot miss this, or I'm totally screwed.
All right. So you got 2
So
successes,
you'll
right?
get
right?
1 extra AP.
2 AP. I don't know.
One AP
His
back.
difficulty's
One,
up.
because it goes up to
Oh,
difficulty
yep.
2.
You get 1 extra. So you hit again. This time in the torso. All right.
And I'm gonna spend another luck on that blank.
Okay. All right. This one did twice as much effect as the last one.
Oh, that's depressing. Hey guys, I think I'm about to get my shit pushed in.
I'm coming to help. Don't worry.
He looks hurt, though. You have whittled him down a lot. He is starting to bleed from those holes, but it's just he's tough. It's like you poking a couch with a knife. You're doing damage, but it still looks okay if you stop. But
I want you to know.
damaged.
I want you to know that the more you tell me how ineffectual I am, the more demoralizing it is.
It's supposed to be. It's a glowing one.
All right, I'm aiming first.
They're like the god tier of the shittiest mobs I got in the game.
I know.
They resurrect their own
Right.
kind and heal them.
Aiming and shooting at the glowing one.
Okay.
Yeah, we need your pierce. Oh dear.
Oh, come on.
Well, I'm gonna reroll one with my aim. Great.
Good.
Hits.
All right. To hit. Roll your damage.
I'll reroll two of those with the luck.
I believe in you.
All right, it has piercing. Let's see, 2, so 3. So that would deal 1 damage.
So it has what? Piercing what?
Piercing 2.
It counts as piercing 2. Okay. So it reduces its defense by 2. So it does take 1.
And I'm gonna spend all that AP, all that AP to take another action.
Okay.
So what you're telling me, this thing has defense 3,
No.
4.
4.
defense 4. Okay. Yes. That's
It has energy
okay.
and physical defense 4.
I need to get in there.
All right.
Okay,
You hit.
that hits at least.
Wow, that one die carried you.
And I'll spend another luck to rerolls 2.
We're gonna be so tapped out on luck.
All right,
That's fine.
it has,
So that's all
plenty
4
of
goes
piercing,
through.
so yeah, it does field goal damage.
Okay. So
Yeah.
he's hurting pretty bad.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right. And then it's his turn.
Oh,
Yeah, I wonder what he's
Rip
going to
Michael.
do.
He can do that every turn. I was banking on him not being able to. So
Do what?
heal his buddies.
No, he can only do it whenever the conditions are right, which the conditions are no longer right because he is a once for combat boy. But I was doing it to be dramatic
Oh,
because
thank
it
goodness.
thought the guy on the ground was one of his and wanted him up to help because he looks like he's in better shape than the guy that was nearly busted.
Hey guys, look! I made him use it early.
This is bad
Well,
for you.
you know, I was feeling really clever about it being difficulty 2 to hit, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Oh no.
So you don't take the radiation damage because you're immune to
Fuck
radiation.
that matter.
So
Does that
Why does he do
radiation
so
damage?
much?
Does that radiation damage happen before or after the physical damage?
same time. It's just because he hit you. Period. You just get that.
So-
It's not 10 damage or radiation. It's a point of radiation damage. Basically, every time he hits, because his damage is physical and radiation, he's hit. So you get some rads, and then we calculate the physical damage. So he's
So
hit.
I don't. So I'm not going to heal.
If you heal from radiation damage,
I do.
you do. So you would heal him at the same time you're taking the damage.
Okay.
So this is all
Well,
be
that's
happening
good.
technically at the same time. So on your torso, you're taking 10 physical damage
Yep.
minus your
Hey
armor.
guys, I'm doing really bad.
Yeah, so you minus your armor, which I think is like 1 for physical. Let's double
1.
check because it's all been. Yeah, you just have the tough clothing. So you took 9 physical damage, and you healed for 1.
Yep.
So it was bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's Grace's turn.
Hey guys, if you don't tickle it to the ground, I'm screwed.
I don't think I can even damage it.
Now you put 1 damage into it last time. You rolled really well though. It's really hard for you to hurt him with the pistol. That pistol.
I've got at least some piercing, so I could also maybe tickle him a little bit better.
Okay, then I'll try and help you. I'll shoot at this guy. And I'll...
I just got to get in
clear
there.
the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to try and clear your way.
That's gotta get in there.
I'll aim.
Okay.
Do they look like they have a weak spot?
They do not. They're just. I'll
Okay.
just give that for you free. They're not weak.
Aw, dang. Do
Oh,
I get to
you can
reroll
reroll
that
that
20?
Complication.
Please do,
I'm
because
gonna
you're going
reroll
to
that
shoot one of your
20.
friends in the back of the head. That's
Back
not
or
cool.
not.
I choose to shoot him in the face if he doesn't have a visible weak point.
I mean, Caleb does have a lot of weak points, and back of the head is one of them. But you're
Very, very weak.
Technically, it would be the handy bot, probably. He's
but
directly in
you
front.
now have 2 extra successes, so you can spend that on. No, you can't because you're doing a pistol. So you can bank that at the end of your turn if there's nothing else that needs it. But you
Can't
did
I add a
hit.
damage?
No, because
That's
you're
only for melee and throwing.
If you have a fire rate,
Oh,
on
you
your
had
pistol,
you let me do that last time,
yeah,
so
'cause,
I can't actually damage
you-
the glowing one.
so,
That's how I rolled high enough to damage him.
um,
I'll just bank that.
Well, you do have
in
fire
the, can I
rate
can I
2.
give it the party?
You have fire rate 2 on your pistol. You can spend 2 more rounds of ammo to roll 2 more dice of damage.
I can't. I only have like 2 rounds of ammo.
She
Okay.
has 2 rounds left, so yeah, probably better than the same one.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll save those. Do I put them down there?
Oh, yeah, but you're still shooting the normal, the ferals. The normal ferals don't have all this
Yeah.
buffs. So
Let's.
go ahead and roll your damage.
Nice.
That's good roll, actually. That's 50%
Yeah,
of its health. Bam.
In the face.
So right in the face. So he just goes. And
Where do I put the 2 AP? Down here? Up here?
I
it's
already put
already
him
in
in.
My
there.
point? Okay.
they're in the bottom right of the screen. There should be a little green box for you
Already
guys.
AP.
I see the party AP. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I set it so you can alter it because you guys is pool, so why would I be the only one to be able to alter it?
That makes sense.
It's an option, but I'm like, that feels just uncomfortably controlling. Okay, Jordan, it's your turn because the other 2 in front of you are dead, but they're not in physical range.
I honestly don't know if I should be pushing past or not. What- Should I be pushing in there?
If you could let me remove this one, if you could remove that varmint, he could get in.
Okay.
Get in there. They need someone to get through the years of battle-hardened
You hit.
scar tissue.
Yeah, you got to roll me 4 damage, or this guy's going to turn around and probably smack you.
That's
four?
not 4 damage.
You can
Spend a
reroll
luck
his
to
luck.
reroll 2 of those.
I mean, we don't know how much luck he has.
Bam.
Hey, got it.
I have 1 luck left. Pow! Right in the kisser!
Right leg, but close enough.
Really getting
But
those right
I
legs
say
today.
pow right in the kisser. Wait, who am I talking to?
To the
The
moon.
dementia.
Right, where's this one? That's this one. Yep, yeah. So, dead. Bloop. And then it is
The party's turn.
this guy's turn. He comes here.
Oh, he took your spot.
I figured that was going to be the case.
I
He
mean, he can
attacks.
still run here. And...
He hits.
Oh my god. They're so good at hitting. Oh my god.
So, Mr. Chef, you take another radiation point and 5 possible damage physical to your torso.
Now, does that radiation get blocked by the lead belly that you gave me?
I'm going to give you that one on that one because I did it last time. I'm going to give you 1 on that one, yeah. For the rest of
Okay,
the
and
scene.
then I
I'm going to
take
do that for the
5
rest of the scene
regular health
because I
point
didn't think
damage?
about that. Yep. You're still going to take the 5 health damage. Yeah.
Do I take
Luckily,
it?
you only take 4 because you're tough clothing.
Yep. So you take 4.
Okay.
Which is very good since that would otherwise be injury.
Be very If you take 5 or more damage in one hit, you get injured to that location.
Ah, it hurts.
This one comes running and slams into Caleb because I don't believe they would stack up
Hope it
because
trips and falls.
I'm too young to die.
it hits. Doesn't stack up the damage though, so it didn't hit too hard, I guess. Oh, 5 possible damage. You 2 take a rad. And
Yep.
5 possible damage to your left arm, which I think is where your shit should
Hey,
be.
that's the arm with the shield.
So that reduces it down from
To
5 to
2.
whatever's left.
No, 2, because it's 1 for the clothing, 1 for the bracer, and then 2 for the shield, so it'd be 1.
1 damage.
Door pays off.
Last one
Thank
runs
you,
up.
random door.
Hey.
Ah, damn it.
Yep. This one runs up and goes after the guy who can reach, which is
I was
unfortunately
gonna
the
hope it would
chef.
go after Kane.
And he hits the chef. Oh,
Michael has an idea.
they're consistent with that. So unfortunately, you don't take the rads because I ruled earlier that lead belly makes me laugh, and you're getting that still. However, you do take another 5 damage possible to your leg, which would be I think 4 because you have the armor, the tough clothing. So you take 4 more points of health damage.
All right, I'm down to 3 health, and my leg hurts a lot, guys.
All right, Caleb,
Are we supposed to mark when we're getting hit at a location?
you don't mark
it's
that.
only
if
if
we
you get
take
injury.
more than
If
5.
you get an injury,
Or
you
5.
turn the green box into the teardrop that says injury and right click it to turn it into a bandage. Because injuries have special rules for every location they could be. And if they're treated in the field, they can be re-broken easier.
Okay. So that's all right. So AP and I have been skirting that line pretty heavily.
Yes.
Unlike
Like 3s and
Okay.
4s. Like anything over 5 is...
Okay. Well, this is unfortunate.
It's your turn now. So you can punch the one in front of you or punch one of your friends.
I would prefer not to punch my
The
friend
robot's
at the
all up in
moment.
your way. You should get him.
Sure.
But I have
guess
nothing
I'll
else to
be
In
do.
his way of what?
This cramping his style? I don't know. I'm just throwing at the wall here.
I will.
You will. You hit. Do you spend that extra AP for more damage? It gives you a free die.
Yeah, because is
Free.
it what they have 5 health?
8.
They have
Go
8,
down?
I think.
They have 8.
Yep. You're deep enough into this where you've out of character figured out. You would have figured out that they have 8 because you did 4 and 4 and it died.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty
yeah, I guess I'll
obvious
go
in that
ahead and
one.
use it towards damage. Might as well.
Okay. Come on, whammies. All whammies.
Oh wow, that's
All whammies. I
unfortunate.
said all
That is
whammies.
4. I'm going to spend my last luck to reroll
Good.
3. Well, that's
Perfect. It's exactly all the whammies I needed. Thanks, Caleb.
Yeah, well, I
You're
guess
the
what,
best.
that's 5.
Yeah, you're the team player here. I'm just so happy. Just being silly.
Can I take a second major action to rally?
Yeah.
That'd be
Don't.
funny.
Well, that just gives us more. That spends AP to get AP.
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
And I'm hoping he rolls terribly so he just
Don't
spin
do it.
AP.
No, I'm not going to do that because it doesn't math out well in that case.
Yeah,
Spend
you would
2
literally
AP
spend it to get less
to
AP.
get nothing.
I guess I'll ask the team. Do I try to take a second major action or do I let it lie?
But it lie. I need that second major action to shoot the threatening one.
That's fair. Okay. Fair enough. God, that's unfortunate.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Hold on a second. Wait a second. Wait. Glowing.
This
Okay, never mind.
shoot better be something more beneficial to us.
Never mind. Go ahead. Continue. Now it's Michael Whitney's turn again. The glowing one is obviously not happy with you. You betrayed it. One of its own kind. How dare you? You monster.
Well, I think it's incredibly unlikely that I am going to turn off this glowing one.
You could take a shot at one of the other ghouls and then run away as you're faster than the glowing one.
I also know that you guys have a bit of a buffer and it can't get to you yet.
Shoot
Is there an
this
attack?
one and then run.
Do they have like attacks of opportunity?
No,
No.
we don't do that here.
All right, so
That's too much
minor
minutia.
action. So minor action and then second minor action.
That's understandable.
Beautiful. That's just beautiful. I love it. Okay.
Now, does it deal the proximity radiation damage on its turn, or anybody who's like has their turn
When
next to it?
it chose to do that, and it was a 3 square thing around itself. Its normal glow is close range.
Right. So
You're not
starting my
Yeah, you had to be right
so
next
start
to it.
it. So starting my turn right next to it, would I have taken a red?
No, it's its turn.
Okay, cool.
And it's after
yeah,
you.
that's what I do. I take 2 minor actions.
Okay. Range handy buck.
I'm gonna shoot at it.
Shoot at it. Shoot her.
Aim first, of course, but nice.
Nice.
Okay.
You
there's
hit.
Another. All right. I'm going to be using both my fire rate, so going up to 2 more.
All right.
5,
So
and that's piercing 4 total.
okay. Still up.
All right. I'll spend all 3 of that AP then to take that second action.
I'm amazed at how much work you have to put into taking 2 HP off this thing. It's insane. Hello.
Can you still
Can I
reroll
use
since
that
you
aim?
aimed this turn?
Yeah, you can still use the aim to reroll the complication. It is a D20.
Nice.
'Cause it doesn't
Can you
clarify
use luck
that.
to reroll die?
Not the D20s, no. Luck's just for the damage in this case.
Damn,
Well,
it's bad.
wait. No, you can, because you used. You can't reroll the one that you used your aim for. I'm going to say that for this one. It's not a
Alright.
rule, but it's just kind of like, why would you keep rerolling one die when you have 3 others on the table that you should mess with?
Then I'll use 1 more luck to try and reroll. Oh, come on.
It went down. 2. You're getting there.
I guess that's my turn.
Oh, I forgot you needed 2 successes to hit him because you did the second action.
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay. It is the glowing one's turn. What can he do? He kind of got his own people are in the way now.
Could go after the guy who shot him in the back of the head.
I closed the door.
He closed the door. He wouldn't. Da-dum. Okay. So, not damaged, damaged. Yeah, unfortunately, he just has to stand there and die because there's nothing he can do.
Good.
Actually, yeah, he can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, get back
8,
here.
9, 10.
What?
Dashed.
You
Grace,
cheeky guy.
your turn. Everybody's standing in front of where you're trying to shoot, but it's a shooter gallery,
Well,
so you just shoot all of them.
I guess I'll aim and shoot here.
All right.
Nice.
I'm gonna shoot him in the face again, just 'cause I can.
You can. All right.
Unless I can shoot him in the hand and just blow it off so he can't hit anybody.
He has
Well,
another hand.
if you do 5
You
damage,
know.
you do special stuff, but since your pistol's rolling really poorly for you, you're not. You're hurting him. You hurt him. He doesn't soak you.
Haven't
I'll
hit-
keep that in
wait,
mind if I ever
so
roll
5
5 damage. I'm gonna shoot him in the arm.
5 does affect them more because I
'Cause
hit the glowing one with 5 a couple times.
It has to take it though. It
I know, but
reduced
I
it reduced
piercing
it.
4.
It reduced it below. He has 4, and you did
I know, I
5
did piercing
damage,
4.
and you reduced it. You still took only 1 damage. Wait.
No, I did.
You did 5 damage. He reduced
And
it
I
by
had piercing
4,
4.
and you put it back to 4. So he did. Okay, so he's dead. I don't know
Oh,
when that was. So he's just dead. Never
Well,
mind.
it's a couple times that I'm the one who has the piercing with the laser.
Yeah, but most of the time you did not roll that high. Only once did you roll a 5. So it doesn't matter because that would still been 1 more HP. Because that's all he's at. He's at 1 HP. So he's dead.
Woo! I'll take it.
Why are you upset, Pondo?
He wanted
Could
to
have been
kill
done
it.
sooner.
1 round sooner.
Pretty much. The way
He
you
just wouldn't
stretch
have
it
run
out-
away.
Yeah, that's all I would have done. He just wouldn't have run away.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Unless I thought you were sighing because you didn't get to punch him.
No, it's
Jordan,
I-
it is your
I-
turn again.
Well, 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 look how the table... And then I smack him in the head with the pipe wrench. The one directly in front of me. Well, that seems bad. Can I re-roll this somehow?
If you spend a luck, you can
Did you
re-roll
aim?
that. He can't aim with
Well,
a pipe wrench.
what did you? Oh, yeah.
If I use my last point of luck, does something bad happen to me?
No,
You just
don't
had
have any
none
luck.
left.
Okay. Then,
The
It's
bad
just-
thing that happens to you is not having luck anymore.
Yeah, then you roll 2 d20s and then it's just kind of bad. I've only seen it once, but it was funny.
So, do I re-roll both of them or just one?
Just one. You just pick which one you re-roll.
Okay,
Please re-roll
then
the 20.
Probably the 20, right?
Nope.
Yes.
It's not worse. It's not. It's good. It's still good because you didn't lose your wrench or something equally horrible. You just missed, which is actually bad for you too because it's now their turn.
Well, can I move as part of my turn?
You can. Before your turn is over, you
And
can.
we've established that there's no...
Nope.
No, if I'm the robot and I are blocking the way.
Yep.
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
gonna
move
go,
through that.
save me, I'm dying!
Yeah, he literally like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
I'm gonna pull out my stim pack.
I'm not dying that bad!
Just-
Maybe I am.
That thing's burning a hole in your pocket.
So the first one comes and smacks at Caleb.
Of course.
He's the fleshy eatable thing. So he
It
wants to eat
smacks
him.
itself.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, I'm going to spend a...
Of course you are.
It doesn't matter!
It smacks itself.
So it hits the door jam or whatever you want to call it and just gets stuck there for a second. And then it... Basically, it's easier to hit. You almost can't miss him now. Wink.
Okay.
And then the other guy. Or should I say the
I will
last
take
guy.
sweet advantage of that if I don't suddenly die.
Yep. He'll try. This guy will try. At you again. That delicious humans. Misses.
But now you're missing. Oh,
Yep. Still misses.
Jiminy Christmas. Okay.
And then it is Caleb's turn.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm guessing this guy is like a 0. The one
Yep, he's just easier
has
to
his
hit.
arm stuck.
Yep, he's kind of
All
stuck for the turn, for the rest of his turn. All right, you hit.
Is that technically a hit with
It's just a hit.
a?
Oh no, it's
Okay.
it's yeah, it's a bonus. You got 1 AP extra because he's a 0 right
I will move the AP forward
now. Okay. So roll your
and
damage.
hold on to, and I will punch this thing. Real good night. Holy crap!
You almost kill it.
Nice.
Well, that's no. You know what? I'm going to use the 2 AP to do a second action. I'm going to punch the other one.
Okay.
You know, I should have did this in opposite
Oh.
order, but
Damn.
do you want me to cancel that and just let it lie?
So I think I could make an argument. Michael was just going to shut the door and then reopen the door to try to just like stop the glowing one from beating him and then try to shoot it again. If he opens the door and this one is dead, then I don't think I can make an argument for seeing this one, but I could probably argue that I could see this one.
I won't be able to kill it, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's just your turn.
It's
Oh,
statistically unlikely to kill it.
Oh, then
I-
go ahead. Because I don't think I can kill it one shot either.
I'm just trying to weaken it.
Yeah. No, that
Essentially.
makes sense.
Go ahead.
Though I probably should have did it where I attacked the one in front of me, then I
Yeah,
guess it wouldn't have the AP.
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Same difference.
Doesn't matter. Time to boot.
Oh, that's
You
unfortunate.
miss because that one's
I
at a
needed
2.
to. Yep, and I don't have any luck. So yeah, that's fine.
Okay, Michael. It's quieter
Michael
outside your
will-
door, but there's still gunshots going off.
He's gonna lean against the corner of the door, minor action to open it, expecting to see the glowing one right there,
And
and
you don't,
not.
you do not see him.
He sees its corpse.
But it's laying there, and I'm going to shoot this
there's
one.
tons of blood and it's greeny, glowy blood everywhere. But yep, go ahead. Normal attack. So 1 success needed. You hit.
I'll take my 1 success.
6 damage. Nice, good hit.
I'll shoot him in the torso for 6.
Oh, do they have any defense? Because I do have piercing 1.
No, they do not.
Oh, okay. It's only the heavily calloused and scar tissue of the glowing one that has the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Is it additional piercing per effect, or is it just the once?
Per effect. So if you rolled
Okay, so
4
I could-
effects, you could use 4 piercing.
So yes, that sick knuckle punch you did would have absolutely done some good damage to that glowing one.
He just also had over 30 HP to start with. He's a beast. There's only supposed to be 1 per encounter. Like it literally says in the description, don't add more.
As there was 2 in the vicinity.
Yeah, because there were separate
They were
encounters.
separate. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was multiple separate encounters in this particular area because you're supposed to wear out yourself and be like, I need to go because I can't do this right now. There's one also encounter. I'll give you this for free because I'm saying it out loud and I like to say this. There's an encounter here that you don't want to mess with.
Oh, you're telling us to leave.
No, I'm just saying there is an encounter here that you don't want to
Sneaky,
mess with.
sneaky.
Yeah, I think we have I think we have a decently good guess which door is boss door number 1.
I hope so. Buck, it's up to you, Buck. Better know.
All right. Well, I can take out one, so I'll take out the one. Well, they're both attacking Caleb, aren't they?
Yep, they both attacked Caleb.
Yeah, I mean, they're both close to death.
They
so
want to eat him.
I'll
and
just-
That's their thing.
Yeah, shoot whatever. I'll aim and shoot.
Okay.
Nice.
That's yeah. You got 1 extra success. Which one was you shooting first? This matters.
Bottom.
Bottom's
Okay, so
dead.
it's 2 extra successes.
Yep. Bottom guy is dead. So if you want to push it for the biscuit, it's statistically impossible for you not to kill the other guy.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I mean, not impossible,
Spend
but
it.
highly improbable to the point of silly.
Well, he can miss.
No, he
doesn't
can't.
miss.
No, he can't.
You don't miss.
And there you go.
There we go. Zap.
Good.
Okay. So, now we're on to a part of the game that I forgot about, and so I'm going to have to undo some things that I did to remember how many were total in the downstairs portion. But they were about the same. There should have been 5 and 1 guy, so let me do my counts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you had 2 ads, so you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2 ads. Okay, I have an extra one down here. Because you had 4 in the... yeah, okay. So, every mob in the game that we don't do cinematic kill, gun nutty kill on, is lootable, or butcherable, or salvageable, depending on what they are. Feral ghouls aren't technically butcherable because they're considered humanoids unless you have the cannibal perk. Then I will give you the ability to butcher them. It counts as human meat. It's gross, but you can do that if you have the cannibal stuff. I don't think anyone does, and that's weird.
Do I have to have the cannibal thing to eat people as a ghoul?
You're still.
Yes, because you're a player.
Bad.
Because you're a player.
Okay.
Alright.
The cannibal perk doesn't mean you can't eat people. The cannibal perk just means you don't suffer negatives. You get bonuses like any other meat.
If
for
I see you butchering these
yeah,
Wait,
this
what's the
isn't
negative?
this
This
isn't the
would
TV
be
show.
cannibalism because this is a ghoul.
Yeah, this isn't the TV show version of the ghouls that eat each other's butts. No, this is not that.
if I
This
see
is
you
you-
eating a humanoid, I'm going to shoot you.
This is you guys looting the bodies of these corpses. What's going on for these is you've got the 5 plus the 2, so it should be 7 bodies worth of their loot off their loot table. Which most of these loot tables just say a statement. In this case, you can find up to 2 DC junk items, which you then can salvage later. So if someone wants, I need you to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I want junk. I want so much junk.
14 DC. /R 14 DC. And that's how
I'm
much
on it.
junk items you find in this group.
All right, someone else got it to me.
So you find 14, the maximum pretty much amount of junk. You find 2
Taking it
toasters on every body.
I've taken it all.
And then there's the glowing one. The glowing one, he has a different thing, and I didn't update his sheet properly because no one
Not
ever
that
fought
I'm
these
at-
guys. Go ahead.
Not that I'm at any limit that matters yet, but I'm carrying like 116 pounds worth of toasters.
Basically, you're a toaster salesman now.
I am Toaster Man.
Okay. Apparently, a glowing one does not have any special things on his corpse. So you get 2 more DC of junk items from the Pharaoh.
All right.
I thought they had something special. They do not. They're just tough. You found 3 more toasters.
3 more toasters.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Apparently, he liked 3 toasters apiece. Everybody else had 2. That's why he was the leader. Some sort of weird society thing that's been developing between the Pharaoh ghouls.
I have 57 toasters.
Awesome. You're the Toastmaster.
I also feel terrible.
I thought it was very funny.
Fine. It's probably fine.
Recommendation.
So
We
what?
hole ourselves up in this room and perform healing.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is we're going to pause there. Physically move your tokens into the room, and I'm going to put the camp item in here, and someone will run the whole thing in the next session. But so information now for next time is I'm possibly starting my real work shift from 11 to 8. So next session might start late. I'll definitely know well before it happens though. So anyway, next session we'll start here in this room. You are still in the same scenario, but if you want to rest, you can get some of your resources like luck and stuff like that. Has rules for why it refreshes besides just new session. We'll go through those then. But in the meantime, I want you guys to look into what you might want for level 3, because if you finish all of this except for the one scary room, I'm most likely going to have you level 3 because this is a ringer exercise because you've done 2 of the encounters almost at once.
Okay.
But otherwise, that's where I'm going to stop this session. And I'm going to go ahead and start the stream.